And so, yeah, and so in our conversation, I'm like, "Do you think you can make it?" And he's like, "Yeah, we can make it. We might be a little bit late." And I'm like, "Yeah, so fain, more like soy fain. Am I
Oh,
right? Am I
oh,
right?
brr, brr,
Oh,
brr, brr,
oh,
brr, brr.
fucking soy boy."
Hey!
Hey y'all, we are just talking about some soy boys here. Just talking, some alpha bro chat stuff. How y'all doing? It's YouTube Saints on Friday again. That's right.
That's right.
Bet y'all thought it was gonna be on Sunday, and then you saw the show was on. You thought you lost time, didn't
Why are
you?
you why are
Nope.
you why are you talking like I look? That doesn't make any sense to me.
That's because I think the technical term is poor planning.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's probably right. I'm
No.
a lol cowboy. That's not gonna get me in trouble. Um,
Well, I mean, not with the people who don't like you.
yeah, true, very true, very very true.
Mm.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to YouTube Saints. We're on Friday again. It's I think it's working out pretty well, pretty
I'm
damn
liking
well.
it.
Yeah,
I like it, and it gives like for one thing. I mean, yeah, it's just being real. Having kids, having family obligations and shit. When you have like a weekend block that you can either dedicate to working on the shit you need to work on, or spending time with the kids, well, that's good.
yeah.
Also, hopefully, yeah, and ideally, like none of you have to get up for work tomorrow, even though inevitably some of you do.
Yeah, that's true. And also, like, it used to be we do the show on Thursday and then, like, working on Friday, that sort of thing. I'm like, cool, all right, I got the weekend, but I gotta remember because I gotta do the show on Sunday. Now it's like on Friday, get all my shit done, do the show, and the show is like this awesome release from the week, and then I can have fun on the weekend, which actually usually means I work. So
Mm.
whatever. But I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
Um, I am gonna treat
Look,
myself this week. I'm gonna take myself out on a date to go watch The Predator. It looks terrible. I can't wait.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna cut a hole in the bottom of my own popcorn bucket, and then just have myself a Paul Rubens moment. And they'll be like, "Sir, this is Predator. Like, don't you think I know that? I bought the ticket. Shh, you're ruining
Mm.
it. I'm so close."
Also, I did treat myself, and I bought a gun. I did. I bought a gun.
Mm.
Here it is. That's
Just look at that thing. Imagine how many attachments you can put on that. It's terrifying.
yeah.
David Hogg is going to lead a protest of this show, leading all of America to ask, "What?" Mm.
Oh, what? I don't even know what you were trying to say. But
Oh,
yeah, it's funny to me though because like this actually is classified as a firearm even though it's just a chunk of aluminum. Like, you know, it will be a gun someday, but I'm excited about it.
yeah. This is the thing, that hunk of metal right there, which can take many forms for many different configurations. That's what they're worried about, people 3D printing. They're not worried about all the loose handguns usually being used by people to just shoot each other every day. No, it's 3D printed AR-15s that are the threat. I love this. God bless America. This
Well,
is what they're talking about.
you're lucky if one of those 3D printed fucking AR-15 lowers will last like 3 rounds and then they just
Oh,
fall
right.
apart.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because in a sense, like a 3D print, like 3D printing is kind of in a sense like, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's kind of the opposite of CNC milling, whereas like CNC, you're cutting a thing out of a
Yeah, yeah,
thing,
yeah, 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 yeah.
and then it's strong. And with
Right.
3D printing, you're just building a little
School.
sandcastle.
Yeah, yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah,
And then it's not strong. Unless you have like a metal 3D printer, which they do those do exist. Those do
they
totally
do.
exist. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They are insanely expensive and yet they're only in like massive industrial factories. So
For now,
for
for now,
now, yeah.
I have a feel. Well, I have a strong, like, not even a joke here. I have when 3D printing first started being a thing, I was actually living with a hot rod builder as a roommate at the time,
Mhm.
and he wasn't even familiar with what it was, and I showed him like the basics that were coming out, and he's like, "Holy shit, dude, this is so fucking revolutionary." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty dope." Oh, he's like, "No," he's like, "When they start doing metal, and they'll start doing metal, I'll never need to order parts again."
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
For like car
what an
replacement and shit
episode.
like that. Oh yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Now, for those of you who've been asking, yes, the beard is gone for now. Good,
Mhm.
it'll come back. I miss it. I honestly do. Just, yeah. But the thing is, the art demands it, and I can't play two characters at once without shaving my face to give myself a very obvious thing. And as you guys might remember, I had that date rapist stash going on last time. Um,
I miss
wh-
that. That was my
what's
favorite.
it? Well, when I got up the next day, like, Quinn was like, my daughter was over like a day or two later, and like she saw me, and she just busted out laughing each time she saw me, and then I'd go. And I'd catch my own reflection in like the bathroom in the mirror or something, and I'd be like, oh, that's right, I did that to myself.
Oh shit, what was his name? There was a movie with hang on.
Well, when you look that up, one thing I did love, and this is, I mean, I'm gonna
Yeah,
give full credit here. I'm gonna give full credit to the joke here, but it was a great joke from Artie Lang when he was talking with Norm Macdonald, and he said, "Yeah, they were looking at me like I was a date rapist." He's like, "Oh, well, you must have made a great impression then. I mean, a date rapist makes a much better impression than a regular rapist."
that's wow. Okay, yeah. All right. I got this. What it reminded me of was it reminded me of Francois from Youth in Revolt.
Shit, I don't think I ever saw it.
Oh, it's a good fucking movie.
Okay, I was thinking to myself, like, did I see it and forget it? Because I don't think I would have, but yeah. No, actually, well, I mean, if I still had it, these would make like perfect sense. You know?
What is with this poll that you're running in the chat, Memory?
Hmm. Uh-oh.
I think Memory wants you to
Type one if he
stay
looks
bare
better.
bare chin, shorn, a
Oh.
shorn face.
Well, I'm not necessarily going back to the Thorin Oakenshield look I was going for before, so there's
Mm.
that. Yeah, I mean,
So
we'll see.
we should probably mention there is an absence at the moment. There is an absence from the show. The poisoning the well is actually going to show up. However, we caught them right in the middle of filming, and
Mhm.
they're currently filming right now. So as soon as they're done, they're going to very rudely interrupt the show all of a sudden, and then all of my producing is going to go out the window, and I'll have to fix it while we're live, which is fine. It's totally fine. It's not that big of a deal.
Sorry, getting cringe texts on the side there. But yes, did just get a message from the Fane, the Fane. So yeah, which either tells me that they haven't begun producing yet, and we're going to be waiting a while, or they've almost wrapped up, and like he said, we'll see you soon. So, I mean,
Whatever. Fuck it.
well, we've hung out with them, and I'm just thinking of that goldfish memory that Fane walks around with. So it's like, Fane, you dropped the line again. Oh, I'm sorry, Pat. All right, take 34.
having filmed with them, which unfortunately that is the lost poisoning the well episode that will never see the light of day. The one with me in it. Very
Was it
sad.
before or after the tasers?
After it was the next day.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah. So I flew over to Atlanta to hang out with them, and that night we did a stream, and we all tased each other, got a little crazy, and then the next day, we did filming all fucking day, and I think we got maybe like a minute and a half worth of usable footage after like 10 hours of filming.
So it was like a David Lynch project then.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Wrong. Do it again.
And sadly, it is lost forever. Lost forever.
Ed
never come back.
saying the stream needs more fighting. Don't worry. Like we started this show with a podcast battle, and if this is our last show, so be it. We'll end it that way too.
What?
What?
No.
Well, no, I mean, if we have to use like a proper fucking spirit bomb to take these guys out when they inevitably show up, well,
Oh, I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. Anyway. So we might as well get started with our first article, and it's probably the one that's the most complicated and the most irritating. So, of course, what we're talking about is Article 13.
shArticle 13.
shArticle 13.
Yeah, so the European Parliament has voted to pass the new EU copyright directive. This is when things get messy. Oh, do you think, Wired? Do you think it's starting to get messy now? Or maybe it's been messy? Yeah.
Right now?
And right now, at this very moment, it was fine and clean before here.
Right.
But now it's going to get messy.
It wasn't like that net neutrality thing or any of the...
Or the last time this happened.
Digital copyright law and like all sorts of shit.
YouTube and its algorithms in general, or Jack
Mm-hmm.
Dorsey,
Mm-hmm.
as I said in the ticker line there, renaming Twitter Pac-Man because it sucks balls.
Some people are asking,
Uh,
can America liberate England and bring it freedom? You know, I don't know. We've got a long memory over here.
yeah, I
They
mean maybe
deserve it.
we could do. We could actually start shipping physical copies of memes over to them, maybe on like floppy disks.
Ooh,
And yeah, and the thing is though is we could keep slapping taxes on it until they dump the memes into the Thames.
I am tempted to make a bunch of a bunch of custom memes and find a way to put them on like a 3.5 inch floppy and mail it to Roy and Lacey.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah, just we'll organize it with like Roy Lacey and Dankula. They can organize like the London meme party,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it'd be a great epic moment. And then we wouldn't even have to go to war with them because the EU will send their army into England to finish what Hitler couldn't. Not the Jew thing. I mean the England thing.
Right, the England thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, because
it's good to make that clear. Let's just slide past that one, shall we?
yeah,
Um,
yeah. There's not.
I do like the idea of like black parcels, arriving at people's houses under the cover of night. And they open it up and it's floppy disks full of memes. That makes me
Actually,
really happy.
yeah, I mean, we should explore this a little bit further actually, because like CDRs are so cheap right now, and I'm sure that they'd love to get like 40 packages into whatever English equivalent of a PO box is there. Fucking Day is Dead will sit there while Roy and Lacey are just hauling more boxes into the flat, and she's gonna be like, "When is this gonna end?" Well, we thought it was a good idea when we agreed to it. It was funny. You laughed. Not so
That's
funny
right,
anymore.
Lacey. We should. Oh man, you know what? We should do a parody of V&V with you as Lacey and me as Roy.
It's only because I shaved and I'm pretty, huh?
Well, you do a better Lacey than I do. I can't do it as good as you do. That was good.
But it's just I don't. It's just you have to just not try very hard, Roy. That's all.
It's your boy Roy. Lacey, we've got to go and get ourselves some memes, Lacey. Yeah, we got to do this.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like her friends like Castro J out in Portugal, there we're gonna like send him one bundle of memes on hard copy. He's gonna send them back. But do you know what'll happen to me if they catch me with these?
I think we're committing right now like the accent equivalent of a hate crime with this little bit that we're running right now. So
Maybe you, yeah.
fuck.
My accent's decent.
Hey,
I mean, the fact that the only person I've genuinely heard give me shit over them has been Robin Gething, tells me that I'm doing okay. He'll find something wrong with everything. Meanwhile, like Dankyl's like, where'd you learn to do a Scottish accent? Like, I learned it from watching you. Uh, anyway, back to the serious, unfortunate shit here, though.
oh right, yeah.
Oh, over the last few months, the crucial vote has been portrayed as a decisive battle over the future of the internet as we know it. Whether you believed in that or not, the vote revealed what side of the debate you stood on. Side note, funny thing, over the last several weeks, we've been seeing elements of the conservative right calling for government intervention into the internet. Now we all get to say, this is what that looks like.
Yeah. This is what would happen. Well, we need to make the internet now more of a public space. We need the public space so our rights cannot be speech wrapped
Yeah. I,
by these companies. This is what happens.
this ought to be this is really, I mean, and I'm talking not like the ANCAPs or the ANCOMs, but I'm talking like the true dyed in the wool fuck you and your rules anarchists really ought to be throwing their fucking hands up right now, because if we've got anything in the last few months, we've been given example after example after example of how institutions run by people tend to suck on the long term.
Mm-hmm.
They go to shit no matter what you do.
Yep.
Leave it in the corporate hands, it'll go to shit. Let the government do it, it'll go to shit. The problem is people. We need to get rid of the people. Then the internet will be beautiful. We've been here before. The directive was already rejected in a vote in July, following an energetic opposition campaign orchestrated by prominent technologists and internet grandees. Huh?
Technologist.
Technologists I'm familiar with. Grandees. I mean, I can see what it means, but it's not a word I'm immediately familiar with. So good on you if that's a real thing, including the
Wait.
inventor.
If there's like a grandfather or grandmother would then like the grandchildren be the grandees?
And it's just that classic picture of the old man. Yeah.
All right, all right.
Yeah. But yeah, this including the inventor of the World Wide Web, Sir Tim Berners-Lee. Bet you didn't know that was he had to thank for all that Pornhub. And Wikipedia founder Jimmy Wales. Well, Jimmy went into this article and tried to remove his name from it, but he couldn't because he didn't have the correct access to permissions anymore.
That's right.
Far from being killed, the legislation was simply reassessed, with MEPs putting forward over 100 amendments, so here we are. The main points of contention are Directives Article 11 and Article 13, which detractors have dubbed, respectively, the hyperlink tax and the upload filter. So, you wanna explain what you know about this here, Jeff, before we go on?
No, I don't know anything about it. Mems is saying we got to smuggle in the memes to the dark web. I think it should be through the intellectual dark web.
Yeah.
So you'll have like Rave Boobin, Dave Rubin, and Jordan Peterson on like a cross Atlantic boat with cargo containers full of fucking memes and shit. You know.
No, you know what I'm already seeing gonna happen next? We're gonna have a Ben Garrison cartoon of Jordan Peterson dressed as Martin Luther nailing a Pepe to the to the front door
of
of
the
the
EU
European
Commission.
Parliament. Yep. Now, if anybody wants to beat Ben Garrison to this garish cartoon idea, you go right ahead. I'd do it myself, except I'm a talentless hack, which is why I'm on YouTube. Beat him to the punch. Punch him to the beat. Wait, no.
Jack him off. What are we talking about?
Jack him off. Yeah, I was like, this is suddenly turning into a violent version of Dance Dance Revolution. Punch to the beat. There we go. Just combine Dance Dance Revolution with that strongman punching bag thing.
And before we keep getting derailed all over the place, let's derail a little bit further. Adindra Whitehall, before we even started, said, "So I'm gonna need this back with a $5 super chat." Yeah. I'll after it's accrued some interest, man. Tyler and Sabrina Paul. Today I learned Vice News supports fans of the practice of bakabazi. What's bakabazi?
If I'm not mistaken, and I have a feeling this is in relation to Vice News decided to report on a photographer in some conflict zone, I think in Afghanistan, who was taking lots of pictures of boys on the cusp of manhood.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, somebody sent that to me. That was weird. That was
Not really. It's
strange.
Vice.
Well, that's true.
We're about 2 steps shy of some Technicolor haired Vice journalist being like, I want to fuck babies, and here's why that shouldn't be your problem.
Ew. Mistaken Reaper 22 says, drunk on the birthday. Hey, pinkies up. Everybody, pinkies up for Mistaken Reaper 22. It's his birthday. Cheers, buddy. Tyler and Sabrina Paul, if you guys want discussion on 3D printing, see me. Cool. Dragon of the West, been having a bit of a rough day, and Saints are a bright spot. Some cash I prefer to give through your Streamlabs, except it only does PayPal. Please change that. I think that's all how it always goes, isn't it?
No, we can set it up so it could take crypto.
Oh, yeah.
We can set it up so we can take it so we can set it up so it accepts credit cards.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I did that on mine. It gets a little confusing because the card payments take a little bit to go through.
All right, you keep reading this, and I'm gonna see if I can get that fixed because that's fucking annoying.
Yeah. Plus, we like money here. I spent a bunch to reopen my PO box today, which. I went to open the P.O. box, and they're like, your license is expired. I'm like, well, shit, I'll go to sort that out. And then after that, they're like, oh, by the way, the registration on that motorcycle you're riding's expired. Oh. Well. Looks like I guess I'm in for a busy morning of dealing with this state. But yes, back to bullshit with the state. Article 11 would require internet companies to pay news outlets for hosting their content on their platform. So basically, this is, Granny shares a link to Sky News about a basket of puppies that was photographed somewhere. Someone's got to pay for that. While this has been welcomed by some news corporations, shock. Others suggested that it would force social media companies such as Facebook, Google, and Twitter to pay news organizations in order to feature as little as 2 words or a hyperlink from their news stories. Article 11 states that publishing, quote, insubstantial parts of a press publication, end quote, should not be subjected to the norm, but fails to give a clear definition of what insubstantial boils down to. Does it mean a hyperlink snippet, a sentence, a word? That sort of raised eyebrow that lets you know we're talking about a Huffington Post article. Fuck, now we owe HuffPo like 60 cents. God damn it. Article 13 is, if possible, even more controversial, earning itself the reputation of a meme killer. It would require web giants to automatically filter copyrighted materials, this being songs, images, videos, uploaded on their platforms, unless it has been specifically licensed. Despite it, and if we know one thing about fair use and even actually like royalty-free shit, and just copyright law on the internet in general, it's not even a shit show. This is like P.T. Barnum's wet dream of what a shit show could look like if it could make him money. This is the sort of thing, because let's just keep this in mind. Just recently, this week on Twitter, who was it was a filmmaker. Fuck it, sorry, Len Kaminski. And if any of you guys are fans of Red Letter Media, Len Kaminski is one of their favorite bad film directors. And I'm gone.
No, keep talking.
Oh, that's fine. I'm okay being a ghost. I don't have a beard to protect me anymore. But this is the thing. Len Kaminski has actually lost, according to YouTube, does not possess the rights to his own film.
How does that work? How the hell does that work?
Because YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Len Kaminski doesn't have the rights to his own film now, but we're gonna trust the European Parliament and their various offices and such to figure out how this is going to work. Now, all of this, despite its divisiveness, the piece of legislation passed by 438 votes to 226 with 39 abstentions in the European Parliament. The most furious lobbying efforts focused on this article, with musicians, artists, and authors coming out strongly in favor of the rule, and technology companies such as YouTube warning against this dangers. Ladies and gentlemen, we have all been placed in a position in which we are now being forced to side with YouTube on a copyright issue.
Motherfucker. That's terrible.
Isn't it? It's fucking terrifying.
Hey, we got some people here.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Are we live?
You're live.
Just screwing this thing up. Live streams are our specialty. Oh, I see.
That's why I said
he'll just crop us. He'll crop us.
Crop it,
Watch him.
good.
Watch him do it. Watch him do it.
He's known as Grandpa Krampus.
What the fuck? What is with this? Here, shit!
Oh, look, everybody can see. No, guys, congratulations. You're getting a behind-the-scenes look at how Jeff produces this show when Skype is acting up.
That's the wrong fucking one. Damn it.
Hey, I'm surprised I haven't made it.
We show up and everything goes downhill.
Why is it
I fucking love it.
We always get booked like hours before the show goes live. Like, hey,
here we go.
Because we're the last call girl. Like it's kind of like, oh, that chick won't fuck me, but hey, let's see if that skank over by the bar that's sliding out the stool will fuck
These
us.
skanks.
Listen, chill out there, Pat. I didn't even think of asking Vadim tonight, okay?
This Mr. doesn't have to be in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I think got shit to do.
I kid.
That kid.
I didn't ask Vadim. I haven't asked Vadim for ages.
Anyway.
Well,
okay,
he could never make it. So,
all right, God, we got it. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, we had a green screen down.
Yeah, we gotta
see that threw everything.
Yeah, all of a sudden we were green screened out, and he was like, "That's not those assholes."
This isn't working.
Now we have to figure out though, at least when this gets the one or two views it'll get in the European Union, which one of us gets to take the other one down for copyright? Because whose likenesses are more featured prominently here?
Look, I'm not going to get into my fucking things because I have some contrary views on it. Believe it or not. And I believe that the word hosted has a specific meaning. I guess, everybody's going to be able to lawyer this thing up. It's going to get, it's going to go into court.
Arbitration.
The word hosted, I think, is important because it implies a certain thing on the internet. And they don't say shared or anything. They say hosted. Hosted is when you take a file or whatever, and it's actually on your physical servers, and it's being served to the public from that server. That is a word that I feel like needs some cleaning up there. In order to fit the narrative that freedom is dead.
Do you think? I mean, do you think that like they're actually gonna like consider that when it comes to like how they're gonna be ruling on whether Article 13 gets used or abused or what?
Well, that's the thing. We're gonna need to see. Look, the law is what you can argue in front of a judge.
Sure.
Every fucking law.
He's learned that.
Yeah, I've learned that the hard way.
Oh, this is crazy. I fix this.
And so it really comes down to, what the case is, how the lawyers pose this thing, and ultimately how the judge interprets the law. That is what the law is. You think it would be clear sometimes, and it's not. And
Wait,
hold on. Pat's got to fix the. I see why he ran away now.
Oh, I thought he was going to grab a dread helmet, just so he could make that line really work for himself. No, you forget. You got to remember though, Fane, you can express those sorts of things here because here at the YouTube Saints, we've redefined safe space to mean a place that you can actually just express your opinion without getting a 3-coil dog turd dropped on you for the pleasure of it, unless it's a really bad take. Oh, and things just got interesting.
Well, it seems like all I do lately is just upset all of my friends, my YouTube allies. So
you have no friends, by the way.
I really don't.
I don't really like you.
You don't upset me, man. I'm fine.
I know it don't upset you, Jeff.
Shut the fuck up! You hang out with Matt Jarbo. Fuck you.
Sure do.
Sorry. What?
What the fuck?
What
dude?
fucking Matt Jarbo and Doc's Holland hanging out. Fucking rebel.
Right.
Everyone's mad.
He's
Say
gotta
it on the internet.
gonna do the rebellious thing on the internet these days and actually like remain friends with your friends and talk to them privately about what's going on.
So that's the thing. It was like they expected, like, because we kind of got called out at one point, like, oh, be careful, guys. These guys are friends with Matt Jarbo. I'm like,
They're BFFs.
they're BFFs with Matt Jarbo. I'm like, look, I don't look. Here's what show of character is not dogpiling when it seems like so easy. Like when you see someone getting just jumped and dogpiled, you don't stand on their neck. Be like, right, I'm cool, right, guys? Like, don't get
me
involved.
too. I'm with you guys, right?
Yeah, let's punch him. Like, and trust me, Matt was getting punched, and I took some swings at him.
Yeah, you did.
And I even told him
He was wrong.
I told him, I'm not happy.
It's the classic difference between boys and men, though. Boys are the ones who want to like gather around in the schoolyard and point and call someone a faggot. Men are the ones who are like,
oh,
they go to their buddy and they'll be like, dude, you fucked up. What were you thinking? That was fucking stupid.
I'll be honest with you. I'll jump on the internet, particularly Fane. He likes to jump on the Twitters and call people faggots all the time. And I was like,
That's
the thing is other further liberal libtards say that he is problematic as fuck.
I can't hang out with the
because he's
the
left.
liberals.
He's
yeah.
left, but he's real harsh. And I was like, you're acting like a right asshole.
Yeah, like I don't get to hang out with the left wing YouTubers, and now like the
you're not going to Peter Norway's birthday party.
You're so problematic.
Problematic as fuck is actually the quote I've been given by the left.
Put that on a t-shirt.
I'm problematic as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I really have no home.
Even like soy-matic, that way everyone knows everyone's pissed off. It's like, oh, he's problematic and a soy boy.
Yeah, I am soy Fane.
What did he say? Yeah. By the way, that's hereby trademarked by the YouTube Saints under the EU copyright law of 2018.
So forget about putting a t-shirt or putting it on a t-shirt, kids.
Actually, at this point, I
use 2 words. Even if you only use 2 words out of it.
That's
at
right.
this point, Jeff, I want us to replace Depardieu with Fane for the Depardieu it.
Should we instead of like randomly bringing in like weird memes that I make of Depardieu, I'll just bring a bunch of memes of Fane.
Well,
piss
that
everybody
also,
off.
Well, I mean, we might manage to get away with the Depardieu it shirt a little more, given his rape charges now. If we don't feature his actual face.
Yeah, that's true.
So you guys, I don't know, you might have not caught it, but like, so I want to say maybe like a month ago,
Yeah.
We just because Depardieu's been one of our favorite sort of go-to things, not barely memes, just a thing
For
we
some
do.
reason, we inject Gerard Depardieu into like random shit for no reason at all.
wonderful. He was great in Spider-Man. He was excellent in The Matrix. I couldn't get enough of him. And then as we come up
Cheers,
with
boys.
this great
Cheers.
shirt design.
Whoa.
Sorry, I gotta do some workouts. I'm taking on Ben at Spin Till You Spew.
Not gonna help.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. You can't go into it thinking that it's a drinking contest. Can't do it.
No, it's a trivia contest, but the problem is he's holding all the cards. That's how it fucks it up.
Oh yeah, and you don't get to see how much he's pouring either. Because like I noticed this too, and I'm not calling Ben a cheater, but his shot glass was opaque. It was not translucent. You could not see into it. You couldn't see how much he was pouring.
Yeah, it's called learn how to do it, asshole.
Yeah, learn how to YouTube, motherfucker.
God.
Well, here's the thing. I think we do need a poisoning the well video of your training regimen, because what I noticed when I watched the last one, it's the mixing of the alcohols. To this day, I still don't believe TJ Kirk was a guest on this show, but apparently he was. I just have no memory of it because there was wine and whiskey and beer involved. Now, what you need is a nice a nice sort of gauntlet to run through. Just a board with a glass of.
That's when you get really good and fuck it up.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
you come
game
at
you're
yourself
about to go into, except you're going to need to answer trivia questions along the way. So, come on,
It's
Rocky.
like I'm really good at trivia and I'm really good at drinking.
He is good at
But
trivia.
I have seen myself in the later hours of trivia when I've been drinking, just shouting out and writing pussy down on the cards or whatever I got to turn in. I'm like, I don't think that's right.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I don't know, man. Like, there's been some strife with me and Ben ever since then. I mean, I went up there and I partied with him during PAX, but things are tense now. I need to see somebody take that motherfucker down. I need it.
I thought it was fun. I got invited to come and just not take part in the contest, but just take part in the stream and watch and comment. I didn't pick up on that initially, and it was when I had started to progressively drink less than I used to, and I'm like, a drinking contest against Ben. Oh my! It's like should I
Actually,
take
Ben
the
was-
iron once more?
Yeah, Ben was the only person when we were at VidCon. That was the first time I actually hung out with Ben. It's at VidCon, and you got to actually see how much he drinks. And I was like, okay, he could hang with Fane and I all day because we drink a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff's a good hold too. Derek, not very good.
No, Derek.
Some black
holds
guy.
like
He basically he's just the casual drinker. And when he came down to Atlanta to hang out with us, he spent about 3 days. and like we didn't know what to do during it was a Friday afternoon. I didn't know what to do with him. I was like, let's go to the brewery. I took him to the brewery nearby and made him do a bunch of flights of beers. And I was like, oh wait, we got to go out tonight and drink too. And I was like, I should not have done it to that kid.
Yeah.
I ran
Oh,
into
pregame.
Yeah.
Well, because he got in on Thursday. Like Derek came in on Thursday. We took him to a club, drank until 4 a.m. Then Friday, I took him midday to a brewery. Then we went out drinking Friday night, and then Saturday we filmed shit. We drank a little bit. He kind of postponed. Oh no, Friday night we did the drinking contest on our stream, and then on Saturday we had the meetup, and we, shitty.
Yeah, well, I was taking him to the airport. He was done.
Yeah, that happens. But Jeff actually drank through the entire time because he was doing a red eye in the
Jeff
morning.
outlasted me, man. He outlasted me. I went to fucking bed, and thank God that was.
It hurt. It hurt. I'm not gonna lie. It hurt. But I mean, it's,
Actually, if I recall, when you got back from that, Jeff, I recall we had a show to do, and that was one of those handful of shows. You're like, all right, we've got a show, but I don't know how much I'm gonna be a part of it.
Well, Jeff pulled an all-nighter through Saturday, got on a plane,
Yes.
and literally the Gabes dropped him off at the airport because I wasn't even gonna make it. I was fading fast, and so Gabes dropped him off at the airport. He had to fly all the way back to Oregon and then do a stream that night.
Yep.
After 3 days of just bender drink.
Yep.
We pulled it off. It was a good show. Jeff didn't remember it. Well, you don't even remember it happening the next day. For the next week, you're like, seriously, how did the show go? You're not just trying to make me feel better, right?
Yeah, I couldn't remember shit because I mean, I got on the plane and I passed out, and I woke up still drunk, like an hour before we landed. So I ordered another drink,
Nice.
just to maintain, and I don't even know if it was direct flight or what, but I eventually got home, and as soon as I did, I just kept drinking because I knew the moment
There
I
was no
stopped.
way. There's no way you could like. I feel bad for the person that had to sit all the way on the plane, all the way back to Oregon next to you, because you smelled like a gross gutter punk by the time we were done with you, where you basically been drinking.
So like just booze.
It was just
and,
tequila and
outside.
whiskey. Yeah, he slept in the yard.
I still had. Wait, I did not sleep in the yard.
No, you
No,
didn't sleep in
but-
the yard, but
But still, that's how we like to remember it.
Okay,
I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna hold on to that as canon, regardless of what any of you say.
Thank you. That's what I feel like it should
I
be.
still had
My
the-
memories like that.
I still had the dreads too. Can you imagine how
Yeah, I
much
know.
fucking booze was like soaked into them at that point?
every once in a while when I come across the file folder that's holding all the video pieces that we filmed,
The Jeff Holiday folder.
and I'm looking, I'm like, man, the joke was that he looked like a hobo snuck into the house, and now he doesn't even have the dreads or anything. I'm like, he's been on Dr. Phil, and he wasn't the guy being yelled
No,
at
but
on
look,
Dr. Phil.
but-
I'm like, this is not going to play well.
But I know, because like it's gonna be tough when him and Memory come back and we film the couple of clips we need to finish the video.
Continuity's like a bitch.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
continuity's gonna be all
He's
fucked up.
gained 20
This is-
pounds.
I have gained 20 pounds. That's true.
It's the fucking YouTuber equivalent of Boyhood.
But here's the thing though. I still have the dreads. I still got them.
Then we'll just tuck him in the hat.
I mean, you
That's
do
what I'm
still-
saying. We can just stick them in the hat, and we'll pretend that everything's totally normal.
Are we going to auction those off?
We could.
I'm feeling a
We have to
little.
put a biohazard sticker on the box.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I'm like, so what do you? All right, that's terrible.
Hey, I'll bring them with me and Mem.
My
so
eyes
come
are-
over.
let me tell you something. What you can do with a good long piece of Jeff Dread. You could use it to as a rope to wipe your ass and make it smell better. It would be awesome.
Holy
Like if you really need your asshole to smell like patchouli, I suppose.
damn!
It's like honestly, like my eyes started watering the moment you said you still had the dreads. Like, oh,
See, I get why Wizard does from the other side of the country, where he's like, look, I'll do this via Skype, man.
What are you doing?
Well, it's called making.
Today's target is
Yes, it's
has
called
been selected.
It's called making a riff. We did this with Logic and Skeptic. This is what you do. It's awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is what we'll do. This is what we'll do. Because I mean, like, I had those dreads for a long time, since like before me and Mems had a kid, and like I went to Burning Man with those dreads, all sorts of crazy shit. Here's what we're
What's
gonna do.
Burning Man dreads?
we're about to get we're
Not a
about
lot
to
across the
we're about
board.
to get the Lenny Kravitz. There's a lot of power that comes when you cut off your heads, man.
Here's what's gonna happen, right? So me and Mems are gonna fly over to Atlanta at some point. We'll stick them in the hat. We'll finish filming that video finally after a million fucking years, and we'll get it done, right? And then we'll all sit around in a big circle. We'll all crush it up and we'll smoke it.
Oh my god, that's the highest I think you could ever get.
And drunkest. Weird that you can smoke yourself drunk.
Mm-hmm.
What? That is weird. Never done that before.
Just gonna we're gonna dissect it, and we're actually gonna manage to pull a single hair follicle out and send it to the TSA just for testing. Just
Look, the
'cause-
CDC's down here. We haven't tested. We haven't looked at.
Like, it's like yes, if you ever seen Walking Dead, you know it's within 3 blocks of anywhere you
do you
live in
know?
Atlanta.
Do you know that this follicle hair cured AIDS? I'm like, did it? Because the guy that had it probably had AIDS.
God damn. Ugh.
All right, Jeff. You've
This
been
is what
selected,
happens.
apparently.
We
I
were
know.
filming, and then I found out because he didn't fucking tell me that apparently we were Nick contacted him. Which, by the way, Fane is the worst person to contact if you want us on a stream. Call me, I'll respond.
That's
But-
the thing too. I actually have your number too. I should have
You
thought
could
of
have
that.
just called me, and I could have told you to fuck off. But you told him, and he'll go, "Yeah, that sounds
No.
cool."
There we go. It all worked out, didn't it, Pat? It all worked out.
Incidentally, I am a one-take wizard, and we fixed all the fucking problems with the video we already shot. So we had to reshoot a bunch of shit, and then we were sitting there looking at it like, it's only 9 minutes after they started. We could probably jump on. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Just as an aside, if I ever go back to doing commentary videos, I'm gonna rename my channel One Take Wizard.
Isn't it good?
That,
One
that's
Take
what
Wizard?
that's what I
But
do,
you
yeah.
but you got to leave all the fuck ups in. That's the problem.
Like,
Like
There aren't
if you do
any
a jump
fuck
cut,
ups.
everyone knows you
That's
fucked
the
up.
thing.
You fuck ups. I nail it every time.
Have you seen my old videos? No one has. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You,
I
you
like
used
the-
to be more handsome, and you
The
had
flaming balls
the
between your
flaming
horns.
balls. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, those. Yeah, those.
Anyway, let's
Now it's just sad sack with flaming balls.
Not just some sad sack who pulls his balls out on the internet. You had the greatest balls on the internet you could ask for. And then
All
I had to
right, so
ruin-
real quick, Dragon of the West memes have saved and revived shows like The Expanse saved by Amazon, partly due to tribute vids, which are memes themselves. Article 13 will kill AMVs and such like that. I see it too, man. I do. Jables Boogley says, okay, Poison the Well, you can stream without hassle from me on Sundays since we so graciously moved our stream to Fridays, clearly for you and no other reason at all.
That's very nice. That's very kind. Very kind. Because usually we're together on Sundays, and was like, "Hey, man, look, we got done early. Let's stream or something." And then, yeah, as soon as we tweet it, we get a message from him. We go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that we step on his dick every time.
JSC Hong says, bye, going to Razorfist stream now. Ew. That's
Sorry.
cool. Eh.
Sorry. Sorry.
You just crapped on my heart.
So
He gave some cash while he did it, though. I mean, it was kind of like,
Fine. I mean, if you're
tip
gonna
the door-
throw money through a
Yeah.
slamming
Look,
door,
look, if I got a chick that's gonna come home with me one night, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Look, here's $2.
throws a roll of nickels through the door.
Yeah, just hits me in the head with a roll of nickels. I'm gonna go fuck the bartender. We're like,
here's
oh,
cab
that's
fare.
cool. That's
Here's
cool.
cab fare and dimes. There you go.
So
Listen.
I don't know which one of you guys have your Twitter open on the computer right now, but I did DM both of you the My Circle link, by the way.
Mm.
All right,
Just
hold
so you
on.
get that.
That's a
Yeah. And
We're on mine. We're on mine.
right here.
I
You
can't see. I can't see.
What the fuck?
You know,
Get
I have like
prescription
sunglasses.
glasses. Why wouldn't you get prescription sunglasses?
I could put my eyeglasses on underneath it.
Yeah, that's what those are for. Those cataract surgery glasses that you wear.
I've worn those glasses. They are
Hang on.
fucking dark as shit.
Oh, I thought he was getting like
Oh, wow.
Coke bottle glasses.
Look at that. Look at that.
Now, yeah. So to sum up the first news article, though, Article 1311 passed. We all know it. A bunch of people are upset. Except this might be one of the few streams that you actually got an honest, different take on, which I've not heard because we are, as free
Yeah.
thinkers, only allowed to hear the takes which our betters have approved of. So thanks, Zane.
Well, sure. Yeah.
No, I mean that. No, I mean that genuinely. It was
Look, I don't know
actually
if you noticed.
refreshing to hear a different perspective for once.
Yeah,
in
look, I
The
think that.
skeptic world.
Well, the thing is, I've been a skeptic long enough to see us totally blow it on a lot of fucking topics.
And you're such a skeptic.
And now
that you
I'm
don't
so
even,
skeptical of the skepticism.
I
I'm
was about to
like,
say,
I
it's
don't
like,
know
you
if we're being skeptical enough.
Yeah, you're not. You're skeptical of your own skepticism.
Yeah,
that you
and
might
I'm
not
like,
be.
wait, maybe the government's right.
Hmm.
Okay,
Maybe we're all fucked
You've
up.
gone too far.
Now I'm all the way back. I'm the skeptics, and I don't know where this is going to end. We'll see by next VidCon where I'm at.
Yeah, not gonna say I agree with it, but I will say it is actually nice, especially in the world of like live stream shows, to hear an opposition point of view. That was
Well, it's nice to have one and not get fucking beat the fuck out of.
no, yeah, it's like, because I mean, it's like all you need to like. Suddenly, it's like all of a sudden it's going to be like, well, Sophane's off the internet because his family got doxxed.
So there's
That would be me.
like I tried to think of how I felt about the whole Article 13 when it was all happening and shit. And I'm like, okay, let's really think about this. And the more I tried to really wrap my head around it and learn about it, the only thing I kept coming back to is America's great. What is wrong
Again.
with Europe?
Oh,
Shut up.
Always was, always was. I mean, it just I don't know, man. I all I can do is just giggle about it. Like, yeah, no. Every time somebody tried to shit on America, like, you know, in Europe, it is so much better. You over there in America, it is poo poo. It is shit. Like, oh yeah, where'd your memes go?
Oh yes,
Fuck
we
you.
have over here in Europe. We have the paid family leave. It's like, yeah, well, what's your mom gonna do with the kid when she's gotten bored with it? She can't sit him down in front of any memes anymore. What's she gonna do now? Have to
That's
raise the
right.
thing? Whoa!
But now I
Hey,
have to
break
now
it.
now I have to
break
think
your
about
children.
it. Now I have to think about it because of Fane. God damn it.
Sorry.
So-
I just,
look,
So-
don't let Fane get in your head.
Yeah, but now he's called into you know what, he's thrown down the gauntlet. He's called into question my skepticism. So now it's like a personal affront, you know.
This is how it starts, dude.
I know.
That's where I was
This
6
is
months
why
ago.
I had to wrap plastic wrap around my brain box to block you out, dude.
'Cause
Well,
I don't know
here's-
what's happening to me.
Here's the fun question we all get to ponder: is opposing a continental government's action, is that the anti-government conservative thing to do, or is it the classical liberal thing to do?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, listen, you can shit in one hand and then shit in the other and see which one has more corn in it, I guess.
It's the same pile of shit.
Disgust, the look of disgust. In
Yeah, I'm
Cal's
just annoyed at all the shit in my hand.
Just got handfuls of shit.
Maybe
It's on me.
maybe there is a
I'm trying to figure
patriarchy.
out where I'm supposed to be standing on
I
things.
do feel like I have fruit flies on me.
Guys, what if there is
It's because you're gay.
what if there is a patriarchy?
What if there is?
What
I'm
if
just
there's
saying.
what if there's a patriarchy?
There's not that. Nobody's skeptical of that. That is untrue. There's no skepticism needed.
All right, anyway, so Bull
Snap, but
Bull
get a
escapes
few-
Bull escapes Utah veterinarian before circumcision. September 14th, a bull evaded a circumcision procedure when it escaped from a Utah veterinary clinic and ran loose through a town. The 12 veterinary clinic said the 2,000-pound bull became agitated prior to what was supposed to be a quick 45-minute procedure. It takes you 45 minutes to cut the balls off a bull.
Bull
What the
balls
fuck?
are huge, dude.
Hang on, it was a
It's like
circumcision.
machete. And
It
like,
was
Solid Jack.
circumcision. As the one Jew here, do I need to be the one to point out circumcision doesn't mean you cut off the balls?
Oh.
Circumcising it?
Wait, why?
What?
Why would you circumcise a bull?
Are they
That's
making
a-
it halal?
Was he having a bris? Was his 13th birthday coming up? What the fuck was that? Why?
That's a whole lot of bull dick skin to gnaw through, man. Like,
My guess is that Gwyneth Paltrow came up with a great new skincare line, and she just needed some materials to make it.
My brain. I can't get over the fact that my brain just like edited that out.
Yeah,
and
all I
made
heard-
it into
Because
because
to me,
here
it's-
we just cut
just
their
cut
balls,
the balls off and make dinner. I don't understand.
Yeah, we
that is
don't like.
really weird.
Why are they circumcising bulls? Who is
Well,
eating that?
hang on, it's in Utah. That might make it a Mormon thing, because those people it can be a little weird.
Yeah, but circumcision isn't a Mormon thing. It's a
Does
Jew
that-
thing. It's like
Does that make it kosher?
It's not a Mormon thing for people, but how do we know it's not a thing for their cattle? They're like, well, we can't very well go milking or eating this offspring unless the Lord has approved of this particular bull's dongle.
I like the idea that it was a tiny little Jewish rabbi who was like, all I know is I was called in to circumcise this bull. So I took it down and I started
that was
gnawing.
anti-Semitic.
I was
Down
started
vote.
gnawing on the tip of the dick. And it got all pissed off and agitated.
Yeah, that's right. If you guys could actually just throw some not super chats but the Streamlabs, because I don't want Google to get it. Just something, some monetary settlement to help me feel better about this particular.
I will say, I'm not liking the thumbs up on this. Why is not more people thumbs upping your
Yeah,
video?
thumbs up the streams.
You
158
got
people.
yeah,
here,
yeah,
man.
160 people
because-
watching, and no one's thumbsing up it. Thumbs it up it.
Just put the thumbs up as we
Put the
discussed.
thumbs up and-
cock, and the bull defending its cock by escaping the rabbi.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. Can you explain why? Like, I'm not against it. I just need to know why.
What is it?
Pourquoi?
What is the bull's religion?
Is a Jew.
I don't know. Was his mother cow a Jew?
Then he's a Jew.
Is
He's a Jew.
he Jew by practice or Jew by heritage? Is his family ethnic Jews or was he an Ashkenazi Jew bull?
What the fuck? Here's the thing I'm not understanding. There's a quote down here. The bull actually come in to become circumcised, Roundy told KSTU TV.
Roundy?
He must have known. Why else would you jump a 6-foot fence?
Who's Roundy?
Who the fuck is Roundy? And
So
How do we get
this
him on
guy
the
sitting there
show?
like
Like-
holding a bris knife, and the bull's like, I need some of that, and he's like, oh, wait, not some. I'm asking
Whoa,
for
whoa.
it, and he, yeah, because bull's saying, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
bro. Yeah, bro, don't go snipping the tip of my dick off now, bro. I need that to stuff inside of like other
Yeah,
camels.
I like to look bigger, so leave that shit on.
That's right.
Goddamn rancher can go and clean that foreskin by hand. Right.
Maybe unpopular opinion, but maybe don't have a guy named Roundy circumcise the bull. Just a thought.
How about those circumcised bulls? What the fuck are you doing?
I don't.
What do you want me to be called? Lengthy? What did you want?
I don't
brother?
understand.
This is what I love about, like, I mean, we've got witness Luis Sanchez captured the bull staring down police officers outside a local Walmart. Wow, there's so many levels to this.
Wait, what was the bull's name?
Maybe.
Roundy. No, wait.
Oh, wait.
The bull's name was
No.
Roundy?
No.
Roundy said something.
The circle.
Wait,
Yeah.
The TV.
It's a talking bull?
What the fuck? Y'all like are down. You're burying the
I'm
lead.
not saying. There's a talking
Talking
bull.
bull has been found in Utah.
Oh my
guys.
God! Holy shit! No, actually, this is a fucking great. This is a good point. This is a good point because like they're talking about like this crazy story about this bull trying to maintain his. I'm surprised the honey badgers aren't all over this, to be honest with you, because they don't even mention the bull's name.
His name is Smegma.
His name doesn't matter. His name doesn't matter.
Smegma, no, Smeg.
Smegmoo.
After Smegmoo.
Smegmoo.
Smegma's inside the sheath of the foreskin.
No, I don't think that's true.
That's absolutely true. Smegma is the
Where's
dick cheese
Where's Famunda from?
under the balls.
Oh,
That's- okay,
Famunda
so-
cheese is under there. Okay.
This is Roundy, Joe Roundy. He is a
What, the guy's
veterinarian.
name is Joe Roundy?
His name is Joe Roundy. Yeah.
Joey Roundy Cock.
Joey Roundy still got his balls because you forgot what a circumcision was, Pat.
I literally did not listen. I thought you said castration.
I never
I thought
expected
you
to
said
hear
castration.
I
No,
never expected to hear
That's an
circumcision.
honest thing though. That's the trip to this story is like if you heard about like an animal escaping like farm castration, you're like, well, yeah, that makes sense. That's the
That's
thing
how you
you
make-
do.
Yeah, he's a hero.
That's how you make kosher beef. You gotta circumcise the motherfucker first.
But if it's a bull escaping circumcision, it just means he's an atheist.
No, it just means he's a Christian.
Oh my God.
Ion.
They filmed it in like slow mo with like Chariots of Fire, playing. Da, 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 da.
Oh, you can hang on. You can trust our Discord audience after we watch the My Circle video. You can trust our audience. We'll find a way to make this really work.
This right here, this is the face of a man who is really confused because he botched the circumcision of a bull.
I thought he'd
just
be
saying.
confused because of the fact that he was asked to circumcise a bull. Like, I want privilege to do
Are you
this.
sure that the local news didn't fuck up what they were like? They wrote circumcision, but they meant castration.
It's really
Sorry.
fucksome with me.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking the local news fucked up when they attributed the quote to a guy named Roundy as opposed to calling the bull Roundy. That makes more sense.
Yeah, ground roundy makes more sense.
Ground Roundy. Yeah, no, I like that actually. That's pretty good.
Oh, what the fuck?
Look at him aging.
Ground round, man.
I get it.
Do you get it?
I get the joke.
It's hilarious.
I just gave it a what the fuck.
They have to give you ice cream
I'm good.
ball caps.
I got so many dad jokes, it hurts.
There we go. Yes. Escape, bull.
Run!
You can make it.
Save your penis!
You can make it.
That dude's getting a lot of shit in his face. Look at all that smegma kicking up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my
These
God.
deleted Harry Potter scenes are very confusing.
Yes. Go. Flee, Roundy.
There goes monetization.
Yes. You can do it, Roundy.
Oh, wait a second. Is this the inspiring first half of that Stephen Hawking movie that no one ever saw?
Like you get a bull running like in slow mo away from a bunch of people chasing him with that. That's hilarious. Like
I'm just
the
impressed.
rabbi chasing with the knife,
Yeah.
and the bull's just like,
What do they call it? It's,
I
it's
don't
an-
I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know if you know this. I'm an atheist. I don't know.
yeah, you're like born an atheist. They didn't cut off any of your parts, did they? Oh, they still circumcised you because fuck you, right?
You want to know the funniest thing though? With all
That's
of
the
these,
thing. It's the cleanest part of my body. I have that polished up real nice. You didn't need to cut it off.
Yeah, you can eat off my dick.
Yeah,
I
it's
wish you would. I invite you to.
That's why when people, if I walk out of the bathroom and the people are like, you didn't wash your hands, I'm like, trust me, the cleanest part of me is my dick. The fact that I touched it,
That's
I feel like
right.
my dick's
Yeah,
dirty.
I wash my hands before I take a piss. Okay.
Yeah.
I had an army chaplain's daughter eat cereal off my penis. It's a true story.
Army chaplain is one thing. Daughters eat cereal off my
I
penis.
thought-
That's cool.
But I guarantee the army chaplain wanted to eat cereal
Yeah,
off
like,
the penis.
yeah. That's a chaplain. You know, he didn't get in because he was going up there to
He was
fight
trying
the
to get off.
Nazis.
You guys froze. Try clicking your camera on and off real quick.
Yeah, I mean, and I was
Skype is
thinking
weird.
having
What's
sex with the daughter of one of Florida's most
Sorry,
prominent
Over
rabbis.
there, you
was
dumb
sick.
shit. Stop with your fucking hand. What did you just do? You're a dumb person. You do dumb things.
Go to the camera, dummy.
I'm
I
going.
mean, you're so brilliant. Just go to the camera.
What happened?
Yeah,
Hey,
See?
there we go.
I went through the goddamn camera.
So
It's camera right.
This doesn't make any sense because I feel like
no, you're good now. You're fine now. You're fine now.
I put the monitor over there because you want the ring lights in your eyes.
look at my eyes.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Because we went to ring
that-
lights. Now
that
it's
is-
Spending all that Patreon money on all this studio equipment. We haven't put out a video in 2 months.
That's okay.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry. We bought a lot of new shit. It's really cool.
Police
There's
held
microphones in the ring lights. Get the fuck out of here. Technology. It's America.
Police helped Roundy recapture the bovine fugitive. We went over to Walmart. I had a tranquilizer gun. By then we had 40 to 50 people there and all the cops. Walked within 10 yards, shot him with the tranquilizer gun, called the cowboys to bring their horses and come rope this bull. Roundy said the bull failed to avoid its circumcision. I gave him a little bit more tranquilizer, got him rounded up, brought him back, did the surgery.
If nothing else,
Pinkies up for the ball bulls. Or ball
yeah, if
foreskin.
nothing-
Ball foreskin.
and because we don't know his name, Ground Roundy, if you're listening, because I'm sure farm animals are shown this show on the regular. At least according to the Baptists, you get into heaven automatically now.
All right. Look. There. Man, I've got a fucking. God damn it. Stop.
By the
it.
way, Susan, if you're looking at that thing, that is not a cock. That is a paperweight and a piece of art.
It is.
This is a bottle opener.
You
This has a
savage.
function.
You savage. It's a bottle opener.
Well, he was
With
holding
good
it sideways, and I
You're
couldn't see the blade,
besmirching-
could I?
Besmirching our good name. You fucking
Oh.
open it near the balls. Like you're gonna
Cup
make
the
people think
balls.
we're gay.
How in the fuck was I supposed to see that when Pat was cupping the balls?
I gotta steal this from my wife. Come rope this bull.
That's a good one. I like that.
I love how everybody has like a verbal. Pow.
But the thing is, they circumcise people. We're a people.
I feel like it.
like you. Like they circumcised you way before you could possibly remember it. You went through the horror while you were still trying to grow teeth.
Yeah, I have other issues going on. And then I'm like, wait, now what the fuck is that? Like I got other things happening.
What happened here? How did I get this wound?
Mitch Fatel does a joke about it. He talks about they took off a piece of my penis for no apparent reason
Yeah, no reason.
because they say it's cleaner.
That
Like-
is complete fucking goddamn. That
Well,
is
yeah,
a
but
meme. That's
that's
a
the
meme,
thing.
and the EU should sue
like,
it.
am I supposed to be, he says, he goes, oh no, grape juice on my penis right before the big dance. Like, how is this ever going to come out? It's so dirty.
Yeah, dude, wash your dick.
Yeah, and then years later, we got Milo Yiannopoulos coming around as a dick aficionado, telling everyone like, "Oh, it's so much better."
Yeah, look.
Is that why you date black guys?
Look, that might be true. That actually might be true. I can't dispute that. But why would you wait for
No,
this
Alan.
bull to become an adult before you try to fucking snip the tip of his dick off?
Oh,
You're
so that
asking
was
for
what
trouble. You're asking for trouble. Get him
This-
while he's a calf, while he's still veal.
Once he starts getting the name Bull, then you're too late.
Yeah, like as soon as you're like, oh, he's no longer veal. Now
If
he's.
someone ran after me with a knife now, it's like, I'm going to circumcise you. I'm like, get the fuck out. But like, you caught me early.
That's right. Like a baby isn't. You're gonna see a baby running down
I didn't
the
know
fucking
Kung Fu.
street
I didn't know Kung Fu.
out of
so,
a Jewish hospital.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know what? Film
well,
that.
A
Baby
bitching
running
witch
out of a
did
Jewish
just say
hospital.
a bitching witch did just say. Maeve just said in the chat. Also, isn't it fucked? We sedate animals for circumcisions, but we don't sedate humans for it. Well, I mean, I could say for my part, I was an infant put in the most awkward and horrible car seat on earth, so a rabbi could come in and say, "God thinks it looks better this way." There we go. So
it's streamlined. It's faster. You run faster.
All right, let me tell you a weird story.
so you'll be the best track and field hero ever.
You can pole vault with your penis. It's not
Let me
that
tell you a weird story about circumcision that recently happened to me. And
Wait, what? Hang on. I am just so happy that statement happened on this show. Please continue.
all right, so I'm uncircumcised because my.
Don't worry, you'll
Now
grow
let me
into
tell you
it.
why. Let me tell you why.
Bam, I'm on. Let's go.
Same dick fuck.
Shit.
All right, because I'll tell you why. I don't know why I'm deciding to do this right now. Like, hey, everybody, here's something I've never told anyone.
We could have saved it for our stream. We
I'm
could've thrown
not
this in.
circumcised.
Video.
I'm not circumcised because my mother thought my dad wasn't. And ever since I heard that, I've had this scar. Like, my dad has never gotten a blowjob. Like, that is
It
the
was always
saddest-
through a hole in the sheet. I couldn't.
Like, that's
I
sad.
couldn't get a BJ did.
That's sad. It couldn't have. She didn't even know if he was circumcised or not, and he was apparently in the
I got to the
bathroom
point
when
in
they
my life.
asked.
I got to the point where if I dated a chick and she wouldn't give me a blowjob, I stopped dating the chick. Like, I was like, I'm sorry, if you won't put my penis in your mouth, then it's over.
Yeah, man, but the 60s, dude, during Vietnam, and things were weird, man. People get crazy. They woke up one day at a fucking concert, and I'm sitting on the fucking
Was she worried that
blanket.
she'd be called a baby killer? Like, why the fuck?
I don't know.
I'm gonna rest my
But
life.
that's not my
So
story.
your dad was in the bathroom and they asked, and
I
she
don't
goes,
know. Maybe she sat in some. Maybe he put some semen on the fucking toilet
like
seat.
you left it on the toilet, she sat in it.
She
That's the same way my cousin caught AIDS.
All right, that's not even my story. Y'all didn't help my story.
Good. I
All
wanted
right.
someone for our
Story time.
stream.
Story time.
All right, so I'm sitting around not thinking about my penis, which it's not like a lot, but it happens. I don't think about it sometimes, and I get a phone call from Pat's sister. Now I could put these. Give me a second.
Hold on, you didn't even. Hold on, you didn't tell me you were going to bring my family.
I told you about this. I called you immediately afterwards, and you know it.
I didn't expect you to do it right now because I remember the conversation. It did not go well for me.
I know. I just said. All right. Anyway, there's a couple things I've never told anybody. Here's the second one.
Oh, God,
And,
I'm crying.
So Pat's sister's calling. Pat's sister never calls me unless it's something important. And I
Like
should have known.
cocaine.
And, yeah. Like, yeah, you know where I can find me some blow? These kids driving me crazy.
Why'd you sound like Dave
I don't know.
Chappelle?
I don't really talk to her that much. And so
I'm
she
so
calls
sorry
me,
to laugh at your pain, Pat, but no.
and I pick up the phone.
You know they have a format. It's called format.
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh no
We're
no
fine.
no no, we're
We're
good. This
We're
is
good.
we've incorporated
Totally-
this.
We're very good. We're fine.
I coordinated with Fane ahead of time. We incorporated this into the whole thing. Fun. Continue.
And so I'm like, what the fuck? And so I pick it up. I'm like, hey, is everything okay? And she was like, yeah, actually, but I've got something I need to ask you about.
Can I stop you? Can I stop right here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I want to stop before you continue.
Okay.
Why does my sister know you are uncircumcised?
All right.
Did I blow it out during a family dinner? What the fuck?
Can we get to that question after the story's over, and then we can have
You
Just know that's my
screwed up.
question. Just know that's my
You
question.
just screwed up my next delivery.
we're gonna have genuine blood sports.
So I'm like, all right, how
I'll
can I help?
beat you with this dick.
You're uncircumcised. And I'm like, this is weird. Almost doxed her name. This is weird.
Adrian.
Adrian, damn it. Oh well. And I was like, yeah. She's like, look, we're about to have this baby, and
You and her?
no, her and her.
Yeah, Jesus
her
Christ.
man.
Let a man know.
All right, she's married, and
Not
and
to
she
you.
was like, not to me, and she
The
was
baby
like,
was born
look,
with these really weird
we're having
sunglasses.
this debate
explain.
on whether or not we should circumcise the baby or not.
Right.
And she was like, because I've had a few people tell me that it's genital mutilation. I'm like, well, it is. And she was like, and then I had to defend to Pat's sister. She was like, well, I heard it was dirty. I'm like, I don't have a dirty dick, Adrian. You know that.
Well, yes, you do, but for other reasons.
Like, you're the reason. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm
what the
just
fuck?
kidding.
I'm right here.
Sure,
dude.
Pat
I
told
beat
you.
the shit out of you. You know that, right?
I haven't fucked Pat's sister.
You were closer to fucking my wife than my sister.
God damn it. All right, why, Pat?
Not today.
Let's just unfold the whole fucking onion right here in front of everybody.
Listen, guys, we're a very open show here. We like to bring the healing in. So I think the best thing we could do is to air all of the grievances.
and so the thing is, I had to defend all this. She went through the dirty things. She went through all the freaking arguments on why this, and I'm like, this is all crazy. I wash my dick. We live in 20.
We live in a society,
and
We're in a society. Everyone has a clean dick.
I wash my dick.
Yes, we have dick polish and do we have dick polish?
No.
Okay, we have dick wash. We have that.
It's gonna be soon released.
Yeah.
Soon to be released. Poisoning the Well merch. It's like get your Poisoning the Well dick polish here on the
like a bar of soap instead of Fight Club carved into it.
Just Jergens, and we just put Poison the Well on the side.
Wash your dick.
Wash your dick, dog.
He right.
I'm gonna need 20% of it.
All right, so my sister calls you, asks you about your
I had to
uncircumcised
defend
penis.
it all to her, and the thing is, what I never heard was, did they cut the kids' tip?
No. They did.
Yes, I fucking won a fucking debate.
No, you didn't.
I won a debate.
I actually won.
Want to know?
I won it.
Want to know?
Let me explain. Because when my sister called me, and now it's starting to come back to me why she called you. I think she called me and asked me about it. And I said,
told your sister?
And I said, call Fane. That motherfucker is uncut. And then
because it was weird, and I didn't want to ask.
So the argument went back and forth between her and her husband because he's circumcised. And then she said, that she came back later on and said, it's my husband's gets final say whether or not it does, and he says he should be circumcised because he's circumcised and he thinks it should look like the father, which tends to be the most popular opinion.
You made it weird.
So what I told
your dick needs to look like my dick.
So what I told her and her husband was, let me tell you something, buddy. There at no point when I incidentally saw my dad's dick did I ever say, we look just alike. Like, I never thought about that. I was always like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is that? Like, it was terrifying.
Yes.
At no point
it
does
was
your
a
son
nightmare scene.
look at your penis and go, oh, yeah, it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
They don't.
No, but I will say that I did
Miles.
notice his was uncircumcised, and I cried for like, I don't know, what must have been days.
What, my dad's dick?
When I saw your dad's dick, yeah. He's circumcised.
That's why he can't come to barbecues anymore.
4th of July is great.
My dad likes to put bottle rockets out his pee-hole. He's like, come on, Dad! Gather up!
All these
America.
sexually repressed Southern conservative types. Oh my God!
Paints red and white stripes down the shaft, and his balls are starry and blue.
All right. Oh my God.
Paints a little rocket fire on the bottom of his sack so we can all see it.
I sent this link to my mom.
Don't send this to your mother, fucking please.
All right, Memnado says, I'm going to make a t-shirt campaign, and the money raised is to buy my plane ticket to Atlanta so I can make Poison the Well, sing the pirate song in real life, Bring It Boys.
Yeah, it's Mem's
We'll
turn. It's Mem's turn to come down here and hang out.
We'll sing
That's
it.
true.
We'll do it in front of this green screen that rolls up.
Yeah.
Pick
That's
that
right.
up.
That rolls
It
up
doesn't roll down.
smoothly.
Jables Boogly says, I forgot to add my obligatory fuck you, Fat Pat Sofane, with love, sincerely, Jables.
Thank you.
Thanks, James.
My
Thank
lady
you.
Cleric with a big 50 bones in Super Chat. I'm lazy, so I'm using Super Chats. No, this is not
Whoa.
towards... Yeah, I know. She's a stud. No, this is not towards a death shot either. Ooh, thank you. Hopefully some monetary gain will make you feel better about reporting on a bull's circumcision. True. It's helping.
Yeah, that was the worst
let me
part.
tell you
That
about
was the worst part.
That death shot, I'm glad that Jeff keeps it with him. That shit,
Oh, you drank some of it?
you don't drink it.
it's-
You put it in your mouth and it just goes into you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Force
It's
yourself
so
on you.
thin. It's so thin. You put it on your tongue, it just goes into your tongue.
Yeah.
Your tongue's numb.
And then
Yep.
it burns. But then the thing is you expect the burn to wear off like a bourbon or like a cheap gin, but
No.
it doesn't. It
No.
sticks around, and then it takes new forms. And
I
then
can't
it's like, hey, do you remember you did this? Yeah.
I
You're
was up
not.
there.
Don't
I
eat.
think-
Don't eat breakfast.
Hi, I think I'm real. I think Hi, I think I'm real was the guest when I was up there and I
Oh,
took
yeah,
the
that's
death
right.
shot. Fucking bad news bears.
Oh,
Not a
yeah,
fan.
yeah. Fuck. You know, I actually forgot that you that you were on the show like next to me. I totally forgot about that because we did the death shots. That fucked me up. That was bad.
That was a long weekend too. I drank a lot because I went over to Nakazi and drank all day. And then
Well, you guys missed Kilroy too, because my first death shot was actually.
I would say I
Bob.
missed it, Bob.
Yeah, I got there first, dude. You
I
stole
said
the
it
fucking
clear though.
No, my first death shot was from our wino. He had it in his trunk, and he's like, "Hey,
It's just
no,
Rhino,
what
by the way. It's just Rhino.
It's just Rhino, dude. Stop fucking his name up, dude.
Listen.
Didn't he give you the lecture while you were his roomie?
No, he was drunk.
I roomed with him, but I'm fine calling him what I feel comfortable calling him. Okay, this is a safe space, like I said before.
Oh, you're
Okay.
you're right. You're right. I
Yeah.
feel bad. No, I feel bad. Man.
But yeah, no, it was the most remarkable thing, because I'm like, it's just a clear liquor. Who fucking whatever. Threw a shot back, and then it started hurting. I'm like, oh wow, that hurts. And then it kept going, and
It's
then
pure gasoline.
It is pure. No, it's like gasoline would be preferable at that point. It's
You'll
just
piss
like,
fire too. It
Yeah.
keeps going through you. It makes the toilet drunk.
Oh, the next
Yeah,
the
what
next
am-
morning is fucking. the
yeah, what am I
worst,
doing?
man.
And then and then the next night we went and tried to do a live Saints from the little grotto thing there where
You
a bird
fool!
fell on me. And we did more death shots. We got a whole crowd of people to do death shots, and I've never seen like an actual crowd of people cringe that hard since the last time I spoke in public. It was amazing.
Although there was this one girl there, and she was like 6'2". She's a very tall girl. She was very sweet, very German, like pure-blooded fucking German. And she's
I
like,
like tall chicks.
yeah, I'm really interested to see what this is like. And she slams it back, and she's like, that's it? Really? I'm like,
I remember her,
It's like,
yeah.
I've been doing GHB all day.
Yeah, I'm all hooked up on knock yourself out, get
Yeah,
fucked,
dude.
drink.
I've been doing shot glasses of GHB since last month, and this is what you're gonna bring me?
oh God, don't
Tiny
even
little
get me
pussy
started.
guys.
I've got way too many stories about people on GHB. Jesus fucking Christ.
I died on GHB.
Oh my God.
We have another friend that died on GHB and you bailed on him because you're a piece of shit.
I'll tell you a story in just a second. One more
Might
super
be.
chat, and we'll move on.
Oh, we saved him. We saved him.
We did?
Yeah, we did.
I don't
We're
remember you.
heroes.
I remember
We're
you
heroes.
getting in
I'm gonna
your
go
car
replace my
driving.
beer stuff.
Anyway,
Yeah,
he's
go
got a
for it,
thing.
go
Let
for it.
Jeff do his thing.
I know a fat guy says, I was there with you guys in Atlanta. You think you can drink? Amateurs. I remember you nursed quite a few drinks there, buddy. And you and I have drank a couple of times.
Did you hear him? It's like just like Article 11 says hosting. Jeff Holiday says nursing.
Mm-hmm.
That was a shot he fired right at you. If you didn't miss it, I'm pointing it out.
That's right. Although he's a cool dude. He's actually he's coming to town and drank with me before. He's a chill dude. But he did to his credit, he did come to Atlanta. He did drink with us. He's a really, really tall guy who's on the motorcycle trip. I don't know if you remember him. I know a fat guy, cool guy.
Look, we did a meetup,
but
I don't remember most of it.
I remember that meetup.
I'm just glad you had an actual biker hanging out with you, so you guys knew how not to be absolute pussies.
And
Street cred.
frankly, my dear, toss a Streamlabs at us. Wow, seems like we need to have another meetup to let y'all sort your shit out. I would agree, frankly.
Yeah, Frankly needs to get back up here. He needs to come hang out with us.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
come on, man. Oh, hey, you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna be in Peachtree City. I'll send you a DM.
Yeah.
Well, just you instantly dox him at the same time. You're a piece of shit.
Shit, you live in Peachtree City. I'll be there.
Look at his.
Where you live.
Oh my God, his ring eyes are going all crazy. He's
You're like
losing
goopy
control.
eyes.
I can't wait till these turn red.
I wanted to mention this though. I wanted to mention this though real fast. So this bull got loose because it was trying to get circumcised, but
Oh,
bulls
we're back
getting
on that.
loose.
Jesus.
Bulls getting loose is nothing new. Here's a bull that got loose in Queens last year, just fucking charging down the street and shit. And then another bull.
Is that Queens? Because it looks like
No. Sorry, no.
Does it
That's
not?
listen.
you've been to
That
Queens?
is. Listen, that is
Normally you see
Justin
bears
Wang.
loose in Queens.
What is this guy
You
doing?
see what I'm
That is
saying?
that is Justin Wang
It's
saying
called
no to a ride he doesn't want.
What is he doing
It's
here?
called a pit maneuver, motherfucker.
This is the worst cowboy I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could.
It's like this was like watching City Slickers 3.
Yeah, like I'm gonna take my SUV and try to merge him into the sidewalk.
And
What
then
the fuck are you doing, Buzz?
8 months later.
Pull over.
8 months later, here's a bull loose in Brooklyn.
I heard it. It was funny.
It was funny. It was pretty good. There's a bull loose in Brooklyn.
Is he target practice? Why is there a target on him?
I don't know.
Listen, I know a few cows in Brooklyn, and
They walk with a limp.
she's lost some weight. That's nice.
That's a dude. That's a young bull.
That's a buck.
No circumcision, huh?
Not yet, at least. All I'm saying.
This is why you gotta cut him.
We need bull control. All right, this is unacceptable. We need fucking bull control.
David Hogg, where are you on this issue?
What do you call a bull masturbating in a field?
A bull masturbating in a field.
Charlie Kirk?
Beef stroganoff.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
Gotcha.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah,
Next
I
article.
should have gone with Mike Cernovich. I'm sorry.
We
That was-
Yeah.
So this one is honestly one of the more bizarre things I've seen. Kentucky town mourns its first female mayor, Lucy Liu, a dog.
Wait.
That's right.
Yeah.
A
Why
dog.
would you mourn that?
A dog?
It was their first female mayor. The
Yeah,
first
you would
female
mourn a
mayor.
dog. I mourn dogs.
No, well, Thane, this dog
Not dead.
was also a woman and was also the first mayor of Rabbit Hash.
Yes, but
Kentucky.
was the dog a Democrat?
Well,
I
let's
don't-
find
I
out.
don't- Oh yeah, let's find out. Yeah, go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
Yeah, what did it run as?
The town of, well, it ran as a rabbit, clearly.
No, it ran after a rabbit.
Yeah, no, it was. The town of Rabbit Hash, Kentucky, is known for a string of highly esteemed mayors, one of whom died this week. She was 12, and a dog. The Inquirer reports that Rabbit Hash's first female mayor, Lucy Liu, spelled Lou, not to be confused with the actress who hates Bill Murray, died September
I
10th.
think Bill Murray hit her first.
I'm sure, but I mean, that's what she. Let's not take Lucy Liu's accomplishments away from her, shall we?
Yeah. That's what she's known for, dude. It's what she's known for. Don't take it away. Soil it.
Mediocre blowjobs.
The colorful political figure was a fixture in the media, with appearances on everything from Japanese television to CBS Saturday or Sunday morning when she was throwing road flares at refugees. Sorry, never mind.
That's not
She's
funny.
a Republican.
I was about to say, that's
All
gotta
right,
be
so
Republican.
now we figured it out. I don't feel any pain.
Yeah, the collie was elected as the Ohio River town's third canine mayor, but the first female mayor. What the fuck, Ohio? Kentucky.
You know
What the? She also served as.
She did just as good.
It's not
This-
a swing
this
state,
is
it's a
great,
leash
this is great.
state.
No, this is great. She also served as spokesdog for a women's crisis center. Man,
All right, now she's a Democrat. I can't tell what she is.
She's hot. Whoop.
listen. All because she served as a surrogate for Cynthia Nixon in the New York election, which she recently lost, doesn't mean you get the dump on her this way. Okay.
Oh, Nixon. you bitch.
She served from
That was a
2008.
sweet burn. That was a sweet burn.
Served from 2008 to 2016 when she voluntarily stepped down to raise funds to rebuild the historic general store ravaged by fire. I love it when dogs make their own decisions.
Saying
Hey, I just
Hang on.
realized
They
that
follow
their
this with
set gives us cover. Their set gives us cover. I just was like, hey, look how Wizard is looking at the screen and reading. He put his monitor there, so it looks like he's reading on the screen. But the thing is, so are we. It's right here.
it's like you have a higher
All right,
production.
I'm gonna get one more shot and we're out.
Get it done.
That is production quality.
But yeah, owner Bobby Lane Kaiser said Lucy Liu brought joy to more than just her family, and that's where the article ends. What the fuck?
but
Didn't even tell us what party she was a part of. She tells us she's a feminist, and then tells us that
You know what? You know
the
what?
other thing.
You know what happened? That Bronx bull here ran down to Kentucky and gave this Kentucky mayor a Me Too moment.
movement, a Me Too.
Me Too movement.
All right. So
Movement. Me
I got it.
Yeah, you heard it.
I heard it.
Yeah.
Fuck is that?
Bad day in
From the
Rabbit
back
He
of the room.
as their
disapproved
former
it.
mayor,
From the
Lucy
back of the
Liu,
room, I
has
appreciate
passed
it.
away. Lucy Liu served as mayor
my
from 2008
God.
to 2016 and was considered a cherished loved one by many
do
in her
need to go,
community. And oh yeah, she she was a border collie.
Hold
You
on.
see, in the small town of Rabbit Hash, the mayor is elected based on whoever's able to raise the most money that will go toward community projects.
See, that's
and each vote is just one.
See,
I
that's
like
cute.
this all of a
That's cute. Yeah, their mayor is whoever gets to raise the most money towards a community project, and this one was a dog.
Oh my God, I want to move there because my dogs are shoo-ins. Johnny will win every election. He is born to be a beautiful little politician.
Well, the town is called what? It's called
Rabbit Hash.
Rabbit Hash. Here's the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure all the people of Rabbit Hash pretty much know how to keep things working.
Yeah,
I don't
more
think
or less. More or less.
Yeah, it's not like Lawrence, Mass, where they've got a fucking like public works phenomenon resulting in 36 houses catching on fire.
Yeah, and I feel like Rabbit Hash is the right thing to do. Like rabbits are known to do everything too fast, right? But Hash slows them down to normal speed. Rabbits need Hash. This makes a lot of sense.
All of a sudden, they're speaking like Ben Shapiro. I get it. I like this. Yeah.
Ben Shapiro.
So here's the thing, though. This isn't the end of the story.
Whole thing.
This
You want to jump
this
in
is
with me?
this is not the end of the story. Like, okay, all right. Pinky's up. Pinky's up, and R.I.P. and pepperonis for Lucy Lou, the former now deceased dog mayor of Rabbit Hash. But that's not where it ends.
Look,
You see,
Good doggo.
there is new developments in Rabbit Hash. Oh, fuck off,
There's
Insidious.
a new mayor in town, and she is adorable.
Who is
Bryn,
this
short
whore?
for Gwyneth Paltrow, is a 3-year-old rescue pit bull. She won the town.
You
of
replace a
Rabbit
border
Hash
collie
mayor election.
with a pit bull?
Yeah.
That's a very Kentucky thing to do.
You
let's
guys-
be
you
honest.
guys-
Swing right wing.
You guys froze
That's a
again.
very American thing to do. Just swing right wing.
Listen, this dog is
Are
trying
you kidding me? That dog voted Democrat.
You guys
Yeah.
are so you guys are so
Voter
frozen.
Democrat.
Yeah.
she's trying to make Rabbit Hash great again.
Thanks, Obama.
You guys got to cycle your camera again.
Shut the fuck. All right, I'll do it.
Do it. Show me the thing. You just do that and then do that? Seriously, that's all you did. That's the magic you did.
Votes.
I blame
Bryn's
their
not
side.
the first
Look
dog.
at the new mayor, though.
Yeah,
Your trusted friend Bryn.
Yeah.
Rabbit Hash mayor. Not with that fucking hippie poster, dude.
Oh no, man.
Dead concert. Oh my God.
I don't know where to start, where to begin, man.
She's replacing a border
right.
collie named Lucy Lou.
That's right.
Who held the position since 2008.
Mhm.
Officials in the town say when they realized they didn't actually need a mayor, they put the position to good use by electing animals. Voters pay $1.
There
to
we go. All right. So it's not really a sad story. It's more of a story of a coming of age of Rabbit Hash, Kentucky, where when they decided they were going to change their domestic policies to something more progressive and hire into an interspecies candidate, now they've moved into different breeds as well.
I'd like to just
This-
take this opportunity.
This is progressivism. This is what
This is
we
SJW's run amok.
I just want to say this. I just want to say this. Brianna Wu, I know you watched the show. We're neighbors by
no.
about 90 miles. When you lose in 2020, do consider to run for mayor of Rabbit Hash. I mean, I've seen you on your motorcycle, and I've also seen you bound across a field after a ball that you didn't know where it was. I'm sure you can get it, and I'm sure you can win that election.
Yeah, if you can trick the mayor into running when you just do this with your hand.
It's almost like you're living in Chicago at that point, right?
Ah, you're an idiot. Shut up.
Yeah. You're mayor
You're dumb.
of what, Rabbit Hash?
Yeah, Rahm Emanuel doesn't have a fucking bandana that cool.
I'll tell you this, Pitbull. I knew Lucy Lou, and you, ma'am, are no Lucy Lou.
And I don't know what gang affiliation that bandana is, but
Oh yeah, that is
That is triads, dumbass.
I just love the
That's
fact
what
that,
was
like,
it's
Mao.
more like
I just really want to see like an actual statistic piled up to see which mayor in Kentucky, in this whole state of Kentucky, which mayors shit on the sidewalk more frequently. I have a feeling it's not Lucy Lou or this
or
new
Bryn, yeah.
yeah, or Bryn. I was gonna say
honest
like
most of the politicians I know, if they shed on the sidewalk, they'd expect someone to pick it up for them too. So, fuck it.
oh, gotta love that Southern politics.
See, Bryn is such a progressive mayor that when she shits on the sidewalk, unlike all the other mayors in Kentucky that shit on the sidewalk, she eats it. That's called
No,
recycling,
I've seen a lot.
and
I've
that's
seen a lot of
that's
politicians
fucking
say shit.
progressivism. All right.
I did not see a Pitbull being a member
So-
of the Green Party. I did not see that coming.
Having
There you go.
having seen the concession message, I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back around
I hate
again.
to bail out, but I got a pregnant wife at home. I gotta go.
Yeah, look, this is what's become of our channel is an hour
Allahu,
and 5 minutes of frantic activity.
well,
and then
Allahu
run.
Akbar. I hope, Pat, you and your wife come to a very stable and fair decision about whether or not to circumcise your son
I think
based
she's
on what
pregnant.
local
It's not
cattle is done.
stable.
He's not gonna have a son. Our karma will not allow any friend of mine to ever
No.
have a son.
No.
No one I know who
Men
has
like
a son,
us.
they all have daughters because karma.
I
Well, no,
have
here's
a funny bit though with the kid. So
We have written a script for the kid. And so our next video is out in 9 months, everybody. Look forward to it.
it's like poisoning the wells. Written 2 bits for the kid to come. Prepare for the upset that there were not 3.
That is.
all right,
that is
I gotta
bad.
go. I'm already in trouble. I know it.
Good night, Pat.
All right.
All
I guess
right.
I'm gonna make my own fucking cocktail to go.
Yeah.
Suck
All
my
right,
cocktail
Fane.
and go.
All right, Fane. It's just you and the Jaeger machine now.
Oh, it's
You
me
and
between-
the.
Come here.
Yeah, but,
come
but
here,
now,
light.
now
Point
your
of-
now your lights, your
point-
googly lights are like way more
Point of-
centered right now.
Oh, hey, come here.
Suddenly, I feel like I'm playing No
Hey, Sid
Man's
Vicious
Sky.
for mayor.
Sid Vicious
what
for
I'm
mayor.
saying?
Oh my
That's
God,
right.
Sid Vicious for mayor. Actually, yeah, like so.
Here,
Everyone.
show them what you learned from. There you go. Nazis are cool, right? Hey,
Yeah.
there it is. Don't worry.
You won't end up before Congress, little
Oh.
guy.
No,
That's
don't worry. We don't need you to do the
But-
Nazi salute so that
but
a
yeah,
no talent hack could have 200,000 subscribers.
Let's let the remaining. Let's really genuinely confuse the remaining Sex Pistols fans by. I want everyone watching right now to go to Twitter, tweet hashtag Sid Vicious for Kentucky mayor. We'll see what happens.
They're probably not thinking about my Pomeranian.
Oh, I'm sure not. That's the point.
But it's okay. His brother,
Pat's gone. We
brother
can-
Johnny Rotten didn't come down the stairs when Pat escaped, apparently. Sid is always in the studio when we film, and we had the door closed because I heard him sitting outside. I guess he's been sitting there for an hour and a half. But he's a good dog. Johnny Rotten is a piece of shit.
Now that Pat's gone, we can get on to the real comedy. So let's
That's
continue.
right. That's right.
Finally.
The real progressive shit where we start talking about how we're gonna undo Trump and we're gonna wait until Sargon is seated somewhere we can flip it over.
I gotta say though, to be honest, and I'm just gonna leave Fane up and nice and big too, so we can get all the reaction in it. I gotta say though, man, I too have been finding myself drifting into the soy. I feel like
Welcome to Kikoman.
I feel
That's the soy sauce brand, kids.
the Kikoman party. I feel like Spock in Star Trek: The Motion Picture, just drifting into this massive void of soy. Like
on,
I don't know,
come
man.
on. Come on in, dude. Your skepticism feels weird here.
I don't know, man.
Man, I'm getting
It's
like
weird.
a delay and like I've got two. I have 2 Fanes on my screen right now. One is the live one is the one I'm seeing, and then it's just like.
Well, they're probably both doing the same thing, which is this.
No, they
stupid thing.
are, but it's just there's a delay from right to left, and it's terrible.
Don't worry. The one here in a second is it? Wait.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
There. Do the arm thing. Cool. Hey, in a couple seconds, do the pointy thing like this. Yeah,
Nailed it.
that's right, everybody. Live stream terrorist.
One Canuck says, "I'll even come back to hear Fane say, I wash my dick," which is true.
It's true. It's a fact, kids. It's a
Myth-
fact. I have 2 loofahs. One is specifically for my dick.
That's
This
my
is
dick
what
loofah.
this is what the Badgers need to really get on when they're trying to go on to like the genital mutilation thing. It's like respect men enough to trust that they'll wash their own
Yeah.
dick.
Trust your kid that will wash his dick. He's going to do drugs. He's going to bang some questionable bitches. But no matter how much of your dick, except for 100% of it that you cut off, can prevent your son from fucking questionable bitches.
So it's just just imagine.
Damn it. I am a problematic liberal.
Yeah,
I
make
see
a
why they
big
don't like
piece
me.
of it.
I see why they don't like me.
Slow fade in from black. your son's gonna give you unwanted grandchildren. There's no stopping that.
That's true.
But will his dick be clean when he does it?
That's right, tiny.
Need an inspirational statement about like washing penis. Like, that's right. You gotta wash your penis.
That
You've gotta
side
do it
gets
right.
clean. Can I get the other one?
You've gotta use the soap.
I can,
gotta
and
use-
cleaning it is lots of fun.
You've gotta use the designated dick loofah. That's what you have
This
to
is
do.
the thing. Actually, you know what, Honey Badgers? Here's the next thing we need to do. We need to like end male circumcision by way of like bringing back. Hashtag bring back. I was just cleaning it. There we go.
Oh.
I was just cleaning it, and something happened. I don't know.
I saw
Explain it to me.
I saw on YouTube saying so. I was just to watch it like a lot with its own special loofah, and so I chose yours, Mom.
Mythicist Milwaukee says, I saw a commercial with Snoop Dogg advertising for a hair regrowth product. This is the guy that's saying murder was the case. They gave me life in the 90s. We are so very old now, Sean. What's up, Sean?
Yeah, look, Sean, I didn't know Sean was here, but one thing we haven't talked about is like the thing that's happening this week.
Yeah.
Or next week.
In 1 week, yeah, and I'm not going to be there.
What? I thought you were going to be there.
No, I'm not showing up.
So you're going to leave me in there to defend myself by myself? I have to go up by myself to Blair White and say, I'm sorry I called all your fans faggots.
I'd be there, but I ran out of money, and two, like, oddly enough, with the crazy amount of death threats I got over the past couple of weeks, I'm just gonna stay home. Oh, and you're frozen
you've
again.
Been fucking around with the scientists, dude. Stop with your crazy flimflammery, fucking with people who are backing their fucking statements up with science, and you wouldn't get yourself all in this trouble, man.
You're frozen.
Don't vaccinate your kids.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Yeah, you're frozen.
Hold on.
Nah,
he taught me. He showed me how to fix it. He showed me how to do it.
Yeah, no. The genuine magic trick though is just not trigger any
Hey.
It's me.
Yeah. No, I think the important thing will be to just run up to Quartering and ask if you can get one of those like I got punched T-shirts for free, and then record when he says no.
I called him some names too.
Fuck it. Honestly, Fane, I'm sorry, I just broke it. Fuck it. Who gives a fuck? This entire fucking thing has it's like it's going down less gracefully than the fucking Titanic at this point. Can we all admit that? Yes, we've gotten to a point where this own side, if we're gonna own the SJWs and all of their triggered bullshit, we have people playing the victim. To the same fucking degrees. Yes. And we have people dogpiling and trying to actually bring genuine misery on people simply because their favorite e-celeb decided to make a few videos about them. If we cannot admit at this point that this whole series, this whole section of YouTube, come on, Jeff, get it going, come on. Yeah. Come on. If we cannot admit in full to ourselves in the mirror, let alone on YouTube live on a live stream, that this entire thing of ours has gone completely off the fucking rails simply because simpering morons who can't get enough of the drama decide to make life miserable for innocent people or people who've done slight shit, well then guess what? You got no fucking business telling SJWs that they're fucked in the head. Because guess what? You are legitimately the opposite version of that.
Right here, dude.
I guess about it.
High five right here.
High five him.
You son of a. All right, you five through me, but it's fine. We count.
Hey, everybody. Let's see some press Fs to pay respects to this channel ever staying out of the drama.
Fly our keck flags at half-mast. I'm not allowed to make that joke.
I'm honestly just glad Sarah McLachlan doesn't live in fucking Belgium.
Are you not allowed to make Kekistan jokes anymore?
Well, no, the joke has changed because once upon a time, let me tell you a story about Kekistan. Once upon a time, Kyrgyzstan was when you were flying the Kyrgyzstani flag, you were inside the joke. And then the assholes who we weren't even making fun of those assholes. We were making fun of the other assholes, but the ones that we're making fun of liked the meme so much that they grabbed the meme and took it for themselves. And as soon as you march in a white robe with a Kyrgyzstani flag, you have killed the fucking meme because you made it real. You made it real, you fucking assholes.
Although I counterpoint.
Sunshine is not always the best disinfectant.
Counterpoint to that is, when's the last time you saw anybody using a Pepe avatar anymore? Now they use groypers because we made Pepe so fucking cringy and uncool that they don't want to use it anymore.
Yeah, I know.
We killed the meme.
Everything we touch turns to shit. It's the opposite of Midas touch. We've got like the, I don't know, what's a famous fucking toilet?
Fertilizer touch. Fertilizer.
Yeah, the fertilizer touch. I like it. God damn, I couldn't think of a famous toilet. Like, there's no big toilets anymore.
Well, no, here's the thing, though. It's like,
It's
no,
one of
here's the
Bob's
thing,
Burgers.
no, well, here's the thing. With the modern memes, I'm honestly kind of cool with it. I am. Because, like, it's funny when you see somebody like Ben.
Like, you amateur?
When I see somebody like Ben show up at PAX, right, and decide he's gonna just bag on Matt with Boulder memes and flag memes. Well done. That was a joke. That was a joke done in real life. But if you're gonna develop a Twitter account with some like bullshit like anime avatar, I hate to be this fucking cliche at this point, but yeah, you look at the account, it's got like 16 tweets and it's following 3 people. And then you look at it and it's like all of the tweets are just about like, I hope one day Medicare fits his cock into my throat. Well, then I'm fucking sorry. No, we've gone past the fucking Rubicon on this one, haven't we?
Yeah, the Medicare thing. You know what's funny is I guess Medicare was really popular and famous like a long time ago, right? He's been around for a long time, right?
Yeah, he was.
Like,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
he
never
was.
fucking heard of him until this year.
Well, it's because
Patreon.
Patreon happened, and yeah.
I mean, he is the Jesus, dude. What Medicare makes fun of, we all make fun of. Okay?
Yeah, but he lies.
Soylent Green is people.
Yeah, but he lies. I like. Okay.
There are some. I'm sorry. There are just so many levels.
We all lie.
Here's the thing. Here's the
I have a
one.
Twitter account.
The one thing that I have that I'm irritated when it comes to Medicare. Like, he's a dick, but whatever. I'm a dick. He's an asshole, yeah, but I'm an asshole. The one thing that drove me a little fucking crazy is his big condemnation of me was that I bullied a woman. That on a live stream I admitted that I bullied a woman, and I'm watching that, and when he said it on his video, I'm like, Didn't you just make like fucking like 5 videos on this like pedophile dude? And when you were talking about his like good friend who's a girl, you called her whole like over and over, like 25 times you called this chick whole, the whole. I mean, maybe what I should have done.
It's like, I love Fane's just like, I know what time it is.
Maybe instead of making an argument about how somebody's a racist piece of shit, I should have just called her a whole. Then I wouldn't have been bullying. I don't know, man. That's the only thing that bugs me to this day.
No,
that one bugs me a little bit.
The sad thing here is, though, we can't even actually necessarily
R.I.P. North Carolina.
Yeah, we can't necessarily even fucking like blame like the creators, right? Because the fact is like when you get people who are actually threatening a man's family,
right?
Like, no, I'm not gonna say that the guy who like spurned them on with his lulzy, hey, keep kicking my Patreon kind of shit. I'm not gonna say like that guy's directly responsible. No. That's what we used to like face down a few years ago. But the point is that to see that kind of fan base, to see that kind of market actually evolve to where like these same people who used to shit on SJWs because they would dox people, because they would threaten people's families, because they would do all of this horrid shit, to see these people and then to have a bunch of fuckwits. And sadly, it's been people I even like and respect, people I call a friend. I see them openly saying, this is fucking hilarious, guys. You see that shit, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, what the fuck kind of hole have we dug, and in which direction did we dig it?
Well, point of order. I want to hear what you have to say, Fane, but Memory actually just came through the door just right now and said you need to tell Fane that the mini fridge door is open.
Oh, shit.
Hey, there we go. All right, go ahead.
Good. I didn't know you couldn't see the ring light in it.
That's a big ring light.
They are really big ring lights. So we have very generous patrons.
Your booze has the same eyes you have now. Look dead into the camera. Deadly. Dead into it. There we go. Continue.
I can't.
I love him. I love him. Pat's already annoyed that we replaced our old timey soft lights with these giant ring lights. He's like, "What the fuck, dude?" I'm like, "I know. Look at my glasses, dude. That looks weird. Like if I what?
Yeah, what kind of thing? That's the kind of thing.
Like what? I have robot eyes.
Mm.
Robot. I'm a robot now. He doesn't like any of it. We have gotten nothing done. But I do like the reflections in monthly bathos. And also the reflection. One light over here in the Red Bull cooler. One light here in the fucking Jaeger fucking machine. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Reflections are technology.
Yeah.
So you were saying.
Yeah, what were you going to say?
What was I going to say? What were we talking about? So I pulled open the moonshine, and then all my thoughts went to fucking Appalachian sipping cream, everybody. It is the most delicious thing you'll ever fucking taste.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
by the way, this episode of YouTube Saints apparently brought to you by Appalachian sipping cream. Sip it, and all of a sudden your sister looks like your cousin. It feels a bit better to you.
Okay.
I mean, it burns, but it tastes like fucking butter.
I got something to say though. Like, so I've been thinking about it for a long time, and you know,
I remember now. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, the you know, with the rise and the fall of internet blood sports and whatnot, I can't say that I really have a lot of sore feelings specifically about people who are making money based on blood sports. Like, that's fine as long as it's an even playing field. When things are an even playing field, like, fine, fuck it, whatever. It's as long as the rules are unilaterally fucking applied. It's when people like went beyond. Yeah, and they're not, and they haven't been for a while. Is when things get completely fucking out of control. And I don't think that they were ever really made in good faith. But I don't know, man. It's weird.
No, and what the irony here is, young Jeffrey Holiday. You were instrumental in the creation of this version of the genre. The genres existed before.
I didn't mean to.
But you were instrumental in it, and that is the fucking craziest thing to me. Because I feel like I know who you are, and not just in a way like I watch you on the live streams and everything, which I feel like you are pretty close to who you are on camera, whereas maybe Pat and I aren't as much. But I feel like I have a sense of who you are, and the irony.
Oh,
that
I know.
I know. You somehow contributed to the germination of the seed of the 2008 IBS is just so
2018.
What year did I say?
2008.
Oh, whatever.
I was pretty close, man.
Yeah, no, pretty.
I was so handsome in 2008, you guys.
Well,
look,
you know
follow
what?
me on MySpace.
I've got a great idea. Jeff, you know the next step. And now for something completely different.
Okay. We can do something completely different.
Yeah, this is actually what we're going to be replacing the undersubbed of the week with.
Oh, sorry. You're saying I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that was a very good interlude.
That I'm not seeing over here.
Yeah, what we're seeing though is yes, what we are actually replacing once again. It's a change up in the format. There is still a format. It's sort of loose and it's sort of like one of the later seasons of Battlestar Galactica when you're not sure if it's going to stay together or not.
Woo.
But we'll keep it together. Yeah, we have a new series. This is instead of the undersubbed of the week, we're going to actually be offering you fun shit that we find from the internet. Because one thing we've realized is that this show has been built rightfully and wealthily off of a very good audience that has been drawn from. Will you stop?
What?
Thank you. It has been built off of an audience which found its way to YouTube in many cases for very specific content. And because of that, and because of that genre of content, in our opinion, getting kind of stale, whatever, we're actually going to begin offering you things from the internet, things from YouTube, things from other places that are just fucking great. Things we think
awesome.
You need to see, things that are fun and hilarious, hopefully.
That's
and
awesome.
and this might fail because I left the first choice up to Jeff, but all the same, let's see what we
Jeff
have.
probably doesn't get it, but we'll see what
It's
he
right
does
there.
here.
It's right there.
There it is.
Well, we're
oh
gonna-
shit, that's right. The first thing in awesome that we have. Not Philly D. If you got an issue with that, you go ahead and meet me in court. But
Nick is
the first
drunk.
awesome thing we genuinely have though is Vernaculus, our own Vernaculus, our beloved,
Really?
wonderful Vernaculus has a
Really?
book out. He has a book. There are only 30 signed copies available left. This shit has been selling out. And if you are familiar with Vernaculus in this channel and you like his diction, you like the prose that he offers you when it's spoken, try reading it. Holy shit. Now, this is a personal friend of mine, so yes, full disclosure, I'm promoting a personal friend in this first new segment, but Vernaculus has a book out. One of your friends, one of your YouTube people, one of the people who you might watch has an actual book out, and he wrote it, and it's published, and it's doing really well, and it's being really well reviewed. And so I wanted to take this time of the show to congratulate our good friend Justin on not only writing a book, but getting it published, and then ending up to a point where signed copies and advanced copies, like the early release as it was, sold out immediately.
Yeah,
Clash-
that is a big accomplishment from a character who was immediately put on the cutting room floor of Family Guy to have his own novel.
Yeah.
This is incredible, dude. Just never
Yeah,
quit. You know
Clash
what I mean?
Books,
Never give up.
Never
give up.
Let's see. I want to make sure we get this to here. At Clash Books, we have 38 books left of signed copies of Vernacular's first book. If you want signed copies for USA or overseas shipping, and they got the links right there. You can find that on their at Clash Books. But also, if you want to check out his book on Amazon, it's The Misadventures of a Jilted Journalist, because we love Justin and he's incredible. Honestly,
I'll have to check that out. I do know one other YouTuber in our vertical that has a book out. But that's Some Dumb American, and
Yep.
it's more of a fancy and
I
fantasy.
have her book,
Yeah, I have a signed copy of it.
and I may
Toosh.
actually be
Toosh.
doing the audiobook for it.
What? What? That fucking bitch! I will flip over this fucking table. I knew she was like, "No, your voice isn't quite like." She just wouldn't fucking say it.
Yeah,
She just wouldn't fucking say it. Say it.
Wouldn't say it, then I like
What's wrong with my voice?
better.
Everybody love listening to my fucking voice.
Listen to his voice,
but-
and then
but,
ask
Listen how
yourself.
soothing it is, you
um,
whore.
Yes.
But
Ask yourself which
uh,
voice you would
uh,
rather hear.
But
Got an
but
emergency. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna read super chats real quick, while I can. Let's see. Ben Mills, I missed part 1 playing with my niece, then regretted it with poisoning the well-being of the guest. As much as I love Pat, I'd go full homo for Sophane. Oh shit, I gotta read that again when he comes back. Sleep the
Yeah,
Geek
say
says,
it.
"Sup guys? Careful boys, Brianna Wu might drop a space rock on you." That's true, she might. Anahata Heart says Sid Vicious is best pupper, Vicious 2020. Spectacular Wanderer says, "Why are you guys letting the 13-year-old vape uncool?" Wait. Oh, is it because you look so young? That's why. Yeah. Okay. One Canuck says, "I listen to that song every day when I wash my dick." In the Arms of the Angel? That's weird. Anahata Heart
well,
says...
I was thinking it was that. I was thinking it was that epic sports one. Bum 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 bum.
Nah, it's gotta be in the arms of the angel. And
That's what I heard it in my head when I shaved that mustache off. I'm like, there are so many bits, but no.
I know how to heart says Nick is using simpering wrong. It's unfortunate, I guess.
Yeah, but I got to say it on the air.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah, I kind of have something to rub in Fane's face, but it's cool. I'll wait. It's okay. It's not
Listen,
that big.
everyone has something to rub in Fane's face.
It's my
just
dick.
so well shaped. You can't help but to. Also, he's got enough Jägermeister in him to the point where he'll think it's fun.
I want to build my gun.
Gonna have himself a Me Too moment.
Yeah.
With his own Jaeger machine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But here's the thing: is then the Jaeger machine is gonna come out and tell you that, like, oh, well, there's been like better on a year. He's just been making my spout go without my permission.
Our buddy Mouse says.
Our
buddy Mouse says that he shaves his dick.
When he gets back, all right, here he is. He's back. Oh, I need to know. Fane, honestly, when you tap the spigot of that Jaeger machine, which has now clearly got eyes and therefore sentience and therefore personhood, did you get its? I mean, because it was just talking to us while you were gone, and it sounds like we got a Harvey Weinstein thing coming up here.
What did it say?
What
did it say?
Well, no, I want
say?
you to
I didn't even
clarify. I
touch
want you to
it.
clarify your side first before we get into what the accusations might be. What occurred between you and that Jaeger machine when Pat was around?
Let's hear it.
It earned its position on its own. It's on its own. And anything it may be accusing me of sticking in it was done at my discretion.
Okay, so our buddy Ben Mills said that he regretted missing part of the show with Poison Well as a guest, and as much as he loves Pat, he'd go full homo for Sofane.
Oh, man, you know what? I'm so fucking old. That means a lot to me.
And I actually have
it's so much younger and handsomer than me.
It's been a long time since I felt sexy.
I like to feel pretty, and so thank you.
I've got a personal grievance.
Not many people like me. So I appreciate that.
It's because we're getting into borderline SJW territory at this point. We are. I'm right there. I'm right there with you, dude. I'm right there with you.
I've been watching you. I retweet you. Look, I don't retweet many people, and when I do, it's a clear endorsement of what he's saying.
My God.
The risky thing. What was the risky thing that you tweeted and I retweeted recently? There was a risky thing you said. It was this week. I'm pretty sure of it.
I say a bunch of crazy shit.
I forget who you were talking about, but you were talking about one of the community and or the community in general, and I thought
Just
it was
say
right.
another creator, for fuck's sake. There is no community. Can we stop kidding ourselves?
There is a community. There's a community, but I maintain that 90 fucking fart fucks % of the community is actually the subscribers and the viewers, and they're the ones who push YouTubers in certain directions. And I think that the weak YouTubers let themselves be pushed into an area where they may not agree just because they want to say it. And what you said, Jeff Holiday, on September 8th, 2018, hand to God, Mundane Matt is my friend. I don't give a fuck if that bothers you. It won't make I won't make excuses for mistakes. I won't try to stand for him. But when I was in a bad place, he was there for me. He's a friend on the internet and off, and he's a good person. Sorry if that's inconvenient.
No,
and that's the statement I was looking for.
Yeah,
I'll double up.
It's a risky statement in this environment.
I'll double down on that one. Monday Matt is a good friend. He's actually a good friend. If you are a friend of his, he's a good friend of yours. He did some fucked up shit. I told him that.
He fucked up big,
yeah. And here's the thing: if you're the kind of person who's gonna watch YouTube, watch like this brave new media we've got, and expect like dog piles and shit like that, look for the people who don't do that. Look for the people who actually avoid commenting on their friends' bullshit. Because one thing you can tell from the drama streams, those people love shitting all over each other any chance they get.
not your friend.
And that's because
yeah.
they don't actually have friends. Mundane Matt is a genuinely good friend of mine. He
Who
is.
deserves the criticism?
Yeah,
Sure, of course. We all do.
He deserves his criticism, but if you're one of those like those feckless shitheels out there who thinks, hey, I'm gonna make myself a new Twitter profile strictly to shit on somebody because my daddy told me to. You really need to go back to
hang on.
work at and reevaluate your
hang on. Like, here's the thing. Like, a lot of people don't really understand how it goes on the internet. When you do YouTube and all this kind of shit, and you're becoming a public person, the difference between that and somebody who is like in the entertainment industry and has like an agent and people who like monitor everything that they're fucking doing. This is just a person on their own, and people fuck up. Everybody fucks up. Everybody constantly fucks up. I guarantee you.
Paul.
I guarantee you every single motherfucker out there who's watching this and anybody out there in the world has fucked up royally way worse than Mundane Matt has, but not publicly. Probably done 10 times worse. Hang on.
Oh, it's in the middle of the thing. Good.
Mumble under your breath,
most people have done 10 times worse than what that fucking dude has done. It's just not publicly done. It's as simple as that. Like, and really, like, okay, fine. If you wanna throw some shade his way because you feel like he fucked up, I get it. You invested a lot of emotion into the dude, and he fucked up, and you feel betrayed by it. Okay, I get it. I'm not gonna tell you not to feel betrayed. I'm not gonna tell you not to feel this. I'm not gonna tell you not to feel that. All I'm gonna say is this: at least he didn't punch a fucking cop.
Yeah.
I'll offer this.
Could have been worse.
In the course of your evaluating who is worthwhile and has substance and has integrity and those who don't, ask yourself these questions. Who did stupid shit to protect themselves versus who made very radical, very obvious fucking shifts when the money told them it was all there?
Wait! Damn it! Shut the fuck up, Aaron! Sorry.
I'm just gonna say, in one case, if you're gonna spend a whole bunch of time shitting on people trying to make a living, making content on the internet, and then all of a sudden you're making money doing it, and then all of a sudden you make more money by stirring pots, well, maybe that's not a trustworthy fucking person. And at the same time, if you got somebody else who will turn on their fucking heel and shit all over people who were their friends without even talking to them in private before they do so in public, maybe that's not a worthwhile person. Granted, maybe this is all just Jerry Springer. Maybe all people want is flame wars and drama and bullshit. But this whole community, this whole clique, this whole area of YouTube kind of developed around the idea of opposing SJWs on the fact that they had dog shit ideas and used dog shit tactics. They were disingenuous shitbag people. If you cannot hold that same standard to the people who you like because they are entertaining to you, and you cannot separate the two and say, well, yeah, this person's entertaining, but I recognize that they're a piece of shit, reevaluate.
And I agree with you there, except the thing is, like, what Matt did was, I will say this, it does push past a point where, just that, because we're on a stream where you have definite opposition to Article 11, Article 13 in the EU.
Okay.
Really,
but at the same time,
let me just say though, real quick, I was really, I liked hearing somebody with a different take. That was nice. That was fun,
man. I'm chock fucking full of them lately, and I don't know what's happening to me, man. I just fucking disagree with everything. But I find myself anytime that this community, where the anti-community jumps onto a thing, even if my first impression, I will go with Mundane Matt here too, because the thing is, what Mundane Matt did was wrong. But and I also think that what's happening in the EU is likely to not be the solution that we're looking for, or that they are looking for.
Right.
No.
But the thing is, anytime a community all runs to one thing and jumps on the I'm right part, it makes me want to look at things harder. I start searching out what the other opinions are, what the other side is, because I know there's one.
That's
I
probably,
know there's
that's a smarter
fucking
way to do it. Yeah.
And so it does make things a little tricky. But the thing with Matt is he went too far. He fucked up. This trying to censor other people is a very serious crime, but it's not a crime that I can just disown him for.
And
So-
with that,
I don't think he'll ever do it again.
I think we're on the same page. Matt
I think we
fucked
are.
up.
I think we are. Yeah.
Matt's a good dude, and he fucked up. And you know what? No justification, no fucking apologies for what he did. But when it comes to like mundane Matt as a person,
Great dude. Great fucking
Matt's
dude.
my boy. Matt's
Great
my
dude.
fucking boy, and you
Yeah.
can go fuck yourself if you got an issue with that. Now we got something
I-
fun.
Well, actually, okay. Before we get to the fun, and it's right. The audience is screaming for fun,
Yeah,
and we're gonna give them some fun.
and I just gave
But
it-
before we do, do you have it, Nick? How many times have we been doing this show? How long have we been doing this? What's
Oh,
this episode number?
God.
What's this
I'm asking
episode number? What's this episode
I need
number?
to make sure. This is my Jewish dad part coming out of me.
What
I need to make
episode?
sure
No,
it didn't-
well, I want to. Hey, look. Hey,
I just
I'm
need
asking.
to- I
Hey,
just need to
woman!
forward the
Woman!
email verification that you got that.
how many weeks have we been doing this, and how many times have I told you can't send me things through Skype because it fucks the format? That's right. Send
yeah.
it through fucking Twitter DMs. Now the thing is though, Fane, you said like there's only one other person in our orbit who wrote books. Both me and Magog wrote books, man.
Fuck both of you. Fuck off.
And all right, fuck it.
I didn't read your book.
All right, let's get back to some fun. Let's get back to some fun. We had to have a quick booty break. Quick booty break. Maybe a little bit more. All right, sorry. All right, we're good. We're fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right,
Don't worry about it.
No, there we go. And it's in your DMs. There we go. There we go. I
Fine.
use TweetDeck. It gets confusing.
Okay, no, you know what? All right, you know what? I forgive you, Nick, for this. I totally do. I forgive
And
you.
Otta, I've already written 3 books. Just one of them's going to print next month. Well, 2 of them next year.
Okay.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
This dog stole a human pair of dentures, and the photos are the best things you'll see all day.
I love it. I love it.
A Maggie, a dog from Long Island, New York, snuck into her owner's dad's room while he was napping and stole his dentures. Oh, here we go. Here we go. These are good.
Allahu Akbar.
I love it.
Right.
Okay. You know what? That makes everything better. That makes
I
everything
know.
way better.
Even though it's genuinely horrifying. I mean, and I'm gonna actually rely on the Saints.
Maggie
Discord.
for mayor of Squirrel Hash, whatever the fuck it is.
There we go.
Nebraska.
Squirrel Hash, Kentucky.
It's
yeah.
rabbit hash, you fucking assholes.
Rabbit Hash. But here's the thing,
He's
though.
the most
I mean,
popular mayor in America. It's America's mayor.
right now, because of this show, the whole fucking city council watches this show. Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
they're big fans. Big fans.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, if you guys want to go and find those photos, and you go ahead and like take down those photos, and you go ahead and like add the filters and grain it up a little bit and turn it into nightmare fuel, I'm okay with this. I just want to say I'm okay with because they shouldn't have those teeth. No,
It's very brave
And
of
why
you.
is the dog's face and the owner's face the same size? What?
I
Why?
love it. I love it.
you
I
know
wish
what?
my dogs had my teeth.
We honestly okay, so we have a cringe of the week, but like
Right.
I don't even give a fuck about the cringe of the week. Like this is way better. This is honestly way better. The cringe of the week was like they turned Spider-Man into a cop and it sucks. Like yeah. That was
Yeah.
stupid. That was what was it? What was the fucking article on?
That was
It's
an
originally,
article
like, Polygon or
from,
some shit.
no, Deadspin, but it's great too because if you guys paid attention to the ticker, which none of you do, I'm sure. If you go to Deadspin, right? You'll see at the top on the masthead there, it's got the AV Club, Gizmodo, Jalopnik, Jezebel, Kotaku, Lifehacker, Splinter, The Takeout, The Root.
Oh, you mean mainstream media? Faggot.
And this is the thing that like makes you really want to kill yourself. It's like Paul Joseph Watson gets booted off of YouTube. All of a sudden, you're like, "What? I have The Root to go to now."
Man, you know what? You mentioned Jezebel, and I have a Jezebel story. When I first moved to Atlanta, I was a hurricane victim from Hurricane Ivan, and I moved to Atlanta with the last $700 I had. I spent $400 on. Had to wait 3 months for a U-Haul truck because the hurricane had just wiped everything out, and it took that long because everybody's moving out, nobody's bringing trucks in, so they're having to drive trucks in. You had to wait, and so it took 3 months to get it. And then I moved here to Atlanta. I didn't have a job. I didn't know anybody. I rented a room in the hood off of Memorial Avenue.
Racist.
And it was fucked up. I was the only white person I ever saw.
Racist again.
Yeah. Look, it was there. Anyway, that's a separate story. Wait, what the fuck was I talking? What were we talking about?
Moving away from the hurricane.
Yeah. So anyway, I moved. Oh, Jezebel. I moved here, and I was like, you know what, man? I'm the only person I know. Nobody knows who I am. I had lived a pretty contained life in Pensacola, Florida, and had played it pretty straight, and decided, you know what, man? Who I was, I didn't think is who girls wanted or who dudes wanted to be. I was like, now I'm in a place where I can be whatever I tell fucking people I am.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to be an outlaw philosopher, like a cowboy who has deep memes. And it's literally true. And so I moved in, and I'm fucking thinking about my plan. I'm sitting in the bathroom one day, and the people I rented the house from, in the main bathroom, I had to share a bathroom with a couple other people, and they had a stack of magazines by the toilet, which were at the time local Atlanta magazines. And the biggest one, the most popular one, the most successful one was Jezebel magazine. And there was a section in Jezebel magazine which had this society pictures, right? Like these people at these benefits, these famous people, and there's just pictures of them being cool and being with beautiful people and being awesome.
Right.
And I was like, man, fuck, dude, I want to be in Jezebel magazine. I will not consider my visit to Atlanta a success till I'm in Jezebel magazine. And my visit, I didn't know if they would keep me. So 9 months later, the issue of Jezebel magazine that came out with me in it is framed upstairs. And I was like, I made it. Later, the same dumbass goes on to join the anti-SJW community and finds out that one of the most hated characters on the other side is the magazine he just desperately wanted to be in. And every time somebody takes a shot at Jezebel magazine, I'm like, oh, I was in it.
Why do I miss out on everything? Christ, I wrote for Occupy.com and I didn't even get that. God damn it.
That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. God damn, that's so weird. It's so weird, man. Like I still like to this day. Here, let's switch back over here. To this day, I keep trying to like wrap my head around this whole thing too, because you know we all got brought up and raised and cut our teeth on like this anti-SJW. I guess I mean
it
like
leaves
it was
a hole in you.
Well, it was.
Okay.
It does. It was classified as like an anti-feminist thing. I never called myself an anti-feminist, but like I called myself an anti-SJW.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
But,
can I offer you
no,
an
you can't. No, you
explanation?
can't. No, you can't. That basically the premise that it was built on seemed good, and it was good for a while. But at a certain point in time, like shit just got off the fucking rails, man. It got off the fucking rails. It got out of control.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it,
we went too far.
it's-
We went
it's-
too far.
It stopped
Okay.
like representing like what I was about, which is very strange. So go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
Well, the whole reason it went off the rails, and I've been watching it do this for a while, and you know my political background
We're
is
all doing
what?
We're all doing sunglasses now. Okay, it's fine.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I'll take them off.
Wish you had nice.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, that's
Now I
fine.
feel weird.
LED ring lights.
Yeah, well, no, that's what I'm here to do for you, Jeff. Yeah, but no, I mean the long and short of this thing is that initially this thing was spurned on by a bunch of people with the right, I'd say to a certain extent in their own vein, the right ideals behind them. The notion was opposing dumb fuck ideas when we see them. That's why, like, the whole label of skeptic came out when Sargon decided he wanted to launch a movement and came into, like, this big conflict about what to call it because he's always more concerned with the name than the substance of the
What
thing.
jersey? What's going to be on the jersey, dude?
This is
That's
the
right.
thing, though. This is the thing. It started out as SJW feminism shit. All this anti-SJW, anti-feminism shit that came out. It came out because it was an obviously dog shit idea, and it was low-hanging fruit, and it remains low-hanging fucking fruit. It's a dumb. It's a series of really dumb fucking ideas that are perpetuated by dumb people who happen to sometimes have the ability to articulate it. But when the anti-SJW thing came up, the right, especially with the alt-right, and this is why, like, well, let's be honest, the alt-right exists now because of this shit. It was given an opening.
It
and
does.
say, hey,
It does.
we oppose this insane pronoun bullshit too. Hey, we oppose the notion of feminists thinking that women should be above the law too. All of this shit from beginning to end was exploited by these simpering, these simpleton, these dumb fucks who decided to come about and decided to try and hijack a movement. They saw a base that was ready and willing to take whatever kind of fucking what the fuck is that noise?
I don't know what it was, but I don't know why.
It's
Like,
fong
Mim doesn't
doing-
show up to
doing-
steal a
no,
kiss
he's doing-
until he
he's
puts the
fine.
mask on.
It's fine.
Plague mask.
Don't worry
That's
about
fine.
it. It's fine. Everything's fine.
The long and short of it is, though, like this community, this world came about by virtue of a handful of people who decided, yes, I want to oppose shit ideas when I see them, and a handful of people who said, I fucking hate those fucking pansy-ass hippie liberal faggots. And the two merged for a while, and it was beautiful. We made some great memes. But then a fracture came about, and the fracture was unfortunately hammered deeper by people who perhaps were less than gracious, less than, let's say, mature about how the way they handled things. And now we find ourselves in a place in which we're once again posed with these polar opposition ideas, in which you either are full on board with non-binary otherkin who have fucking headmates, or you want a fucking white nationalist ethno-state. Now, unfortunately, this shit has been stoked by people who have been kind of in the middle of it, being able to make careers based on stoking these flames and pointing out that you're either one or the other. But in the course of doing such, while they made all their money, they've kind of fucked the rest of the world, because the rest of the people who would like to find some sort of sensible solution to all of these issues that people have, whether they be like, your issue is nonsense, go away with it, or, well, let's explore that a little bit further. No, they're nowhere to be seen. And the fact that meme magic, as much as we like to think it elected Trump, no, Trump got elected because meme magic failed to protect the EU from shitty copyright law. So I think maybe it's time people reevaluate their standings and things, and maybe hopefully get back to that Gamergate era thing of like, no, we're just here to oppose shitty ideas. Just my take, though.
Yeah, I just found that weird
go ahead.
fucking fetish mask like a minute ago. It's fine.
I do like it. I do like it.
Plague your fetish.
What?
I do like that mask.
That's a good mask. It's a good mask.
But I will say this: thinking that we don't have a community, and when I'm saying the community, in 2016-17, I say we did have a community, and it was a community of creators, 5% creators, 95% subscribers, and people who just enjoyed the content.
Sure.
And but and I'm drunk.
Yeah, me too, dude. Me too.
Forgot
me
what
too.
I was saying. I fucking forgot it.
You know, fuck some bullshit, man. Who like?
I'm gonna write notes down that next time.
The thing.
Or I
the
start
thing,
another story and sound else sincere like.
You know, the one thing that's like actually kind of bothering me right now is like there was a certain type of innocence where when somebody levied like an accusation against you, you could just be like, it's just a bunch of bullshit. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Psh. But then a lot of people had to make it extremely personal, because they absolutely could not handle the idea of their ideas being criticized. And
you're right.
and this is the thing. The people who ended up not being able to handle their ideas being criticized, shocker, was not the feminists. It wasn't the feminists, and it wasn't the hardcore. It wasn't even fucking. Well, I mean, maybe to some extent it was like Christy Winters or some shit, but like for the most part, like feminists and whatnot, they took it on the chin and they acted in good faith, and they still argued and just called you a piece of shit or whatever. But they didn't go that far. They didn't go too far.
Well, some of them did, like you said. I think you pointed out that some of them did. The problem with, and I remember my point now that I was going to make. You reminded me of it by what you were saying, which is our arrogance to think that the community of creators that we had and community of fans and subscribers that had been built up, that they did not have a median IQ of 100 was grossly fucking, it was negligent. It was fucking irresponsible to think that we had the arrogance to think that this community, the people who are creating this content and the people who are watching it are somehow superior in intellect to the rest of the world, and not just yet another cross section of every community where some are smart and some are dumb as fucking dirt, was a fucking mistake.
Yeah, probably. We're all people. We're all flawed. Everybody's got their own fucking dirt and nasty shit we gotta fucking deal with. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. But at the end of the day, like, you know, the best thing that you can possibly do is try and like hold true to your friends, hold true to your family, and be as decent of a person as you could possibly be. Yeah, but
More than that, hold true to your fucking ideals. If you're gonna stand,
but the thing about holding true to your ideals is nothing but fucking masturbating. Honestly, when you on the internet, when you do it in person, as a human being, that has value. But when you hold true to your ideals on the internet, that's jacking off. Honestly, it really honestly is.
Unless then again you're actually like taking serious. I mean, if you do the internet for a living, if you start suffering and taking hits as a result of staying true to your ideals,
true,
I would say that is actually an example of you either change your ideals, and then you go to a bunch of meetups, right? Or then you fucking or you fucking stay
it's a whole
true to
strategy at this point, you fucking asshole.
Well, should we actually get to the cringe though? Because I feel it is worth.
What? I feel like I thought we were in it and we had been wallowing in it for.
Actually, yeah, that's true. We really
okay. Hang on, real quick. Hey, so the cringe of the week is they turned Spider-Man into a cop, and it sucks.
Yeah, you guys have seen PewDiePie and DeFranco at this point. Yeah, you know this article's dog shit.
Hey, we got it.
I was just gonna say it's nice to see though that like despite everything, games journalism hasn't changed since 2012. So
yeah, no, it has not. It has not. It like okay, newsflash for everybody: games journalism is still a fucking joke. It's still a fucking joke. It's still the perfect example of how not to be. But you know what's cool?
But no Gamergate 2. No.
You know what's cool? I would say a good 80% of the people who were totally intolerable like 2 years ago on like the left and the SJW side are actually pretty chill these days. So if there's a guy out there that you've been talking to and you butted heads with him like 2 years ago and you were like, that dude was a fucking cock, a total regressive social justice warrior fucking cock. take a minute, step back, see what he's doing right now, hit him up on Twitter, and see how he's doing. Because I will fucking bet you, he's a lot more reasonable now than you remember him being.
I'm
be
actually
honest.
Years add wisdom, and also I believe to the smarter, or not smarter, but to most people. How about that? Years add a sort of temperance to your extremism, a force to the middle.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna diverge on this point, and I'm gonna go ahead and call out Tim Demotivator. You motherfucker.
I love him.
Motherfucker.
I love Tim.
Stop.
I do love Tim.
You're ruining my bit. God damn it. This is why
let him do his bit. Let him do his. I want to hear what he has to say.
Oh no, it's over. No, it's like Tim.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
If Tim Demotivator keeps trying to be like civil to people, fuck off. It doesn't work anymore. Fane killed it. I know what Pat goes through. By the way, guys, I want you to pay attention. Next Thursday, we got a new show launching. It's called Poisoning the Saints.
I'll put it this way. I've kept Tim Demotivator opinion blocked on my Facebook because he got fucking weird on me for a long time, but I am a man. I'm a man who will accept when people change or I change. I don't know if it'd be him or me who changed. I'll unblock Tim, and I'll see if maybe he wants to join us on a show and talk, and maybe we can have a good time. We're not allowed. But here's the trick. Here's the catch. We're not allowed to talk about the drama that happened before. We don't get to talk about that.
Oh, you just pretend it didn't happen. It's like every relationship I've had since my first marriage.
That's right. we're gonna wipe the whole slate clean. And if he's into it, if he's into this idea, we'll wipe the whole slate clean.
Any conversation with Tim has to be focused on triggering him because he makes such a thing about it.
I have one requirement to actually hanging out with and trying to reestablish communication with Tim. He doesn't get to mention fucking Bering once. I haven't talked to Bering in like 10 months. He does not get to even.
He doesn't really care that fucking much. He doesn't care that.
Okay,
fucking much.
All right, then I'm into it. Then I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great.
The only reason, Tim was not my friend, or we didn't have anything until I reached out to him to be in that video that we did before last VidCon,
the dating video, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a good video.
We were trying to get SJWs to fuck us so that we could be as popular as
Chris
Reagan. Yeah.
And
great video, by the way. The very fact, hang on, I just want to give you guys props on the very fact that you were able to get He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Oh, are you talking about Kristen Winters, or are you talking about
no? The fact
because she's a different generation. Jenny was actually
dude, Jenny
really
okay.
Jenny is, at least in my experience, Jenny has always been easy to deal with.
Well, she used to be a fucking nightmare. Ask Greg
and ask Thunderfoot like how Jenny used to be back in the day.
Yes, Thunderfoot.
Like,
shit.
But
that was a surprising thing with me
days,
is that
these
after
days,
seeing Greg and Thunderfoot go through that, communicating with Jenny was like oddly easy, and I'm like, what? Yeah, hang on a second. And like the most recent interaction we had was I said something like we had a bant back and forth. She came back with like I made something to the effect of I think sex with Thunderfoot would be less gross than sex with you or something. She comes back with like, I'm pregnant, and I say, yes, my statement stands. But then after that, talking with her was easy peasy. Like, yeah, no, I get that was a joke.
All right. So I'm reading the chat.
Like
I'm reading the chat, and the chat thinks that maybe I should.
I don't want to know what they say.
The chat maybe thinks that I should talk to Tim Demotivator opinion. We'll
I think so too. They agree with me, is what they're saying.
Yeah, they do.
Because the thing is, Tim isn't the guy. He's not the droid you're looking for, man. He is actually a pretty funny guy. Yeah, he has a different political opinion, but he's not a
fine.
He's a progressive music teacher. Come on.
Fine, I'll unblock him on Twitter right now. God damn it, what's his?
Oh, he got.
fucking-
He got fucking banned from Twitter recently because of that conservative, or the conservative bias that Twitter has.
I don't even I don't
got
even
banned
know
from
I don't
Twitter?
even know what his fucking ad is anymore.
He got banned. He
What's
got
it-
I
what's
banned.
haven't even been
And I haven't
banned.
seen him back. He hasn't sent me a. He
I
hasn't
haven't-
followed me or anything. But he may not really even care that much or whatever. He just thought we were funny for a fucking joke.
I've made jokes that make like James Gunn look mild by comparison. How the fuck does this happen?
Man.
Man, there's you know what? Like raise a fist, soy fane, raise a fist. There's no justice.
I love that you correct yourself to soy. I love that. I love that.
So
Especially
we're
when you're talking about Razor Fist.
all right, you know what? We're gonna bounce. We're gonna hang out offline here for a minute. But we're done. We're done. This is a good place
hang on.
to.
Hang on, guys. Smash 1 if you thought this was a good show. I need the
Oh
validation.
God, please.
Was it?
no.
Was this?
I
Was
need
this
the
a good
validation.
show?
They don't
Was
invite
this a
us
good
on
show?
enough.
We had some drama. We had some drama this show. We did.
I'm getting pure Ed Koch here. Like, how'd I do? How'd I do?
Yeah.
I do.
Was it okay? Was it all right? Did we have fun? I mean, I got drunk, so that sounds like a success story to me. But I don't know. People are watching. So.
Now you're saying success like I say it. It drives Patrick crazy. There's a hard C in the middle of that. It's
That's true.
success, apparently.
Gary Sanchez
but I'm like,
says.
that's got too much suck in it.
Gary-
Success sounds better.
Gary Sanchez says, Jeff, can I get a signed copy of your book? Hit me up on Twitter, man. We'll I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
He won't send it to you. He doesn't want anyone to read it. He hasn't even sent me a copy of his book.
I haven't. No, I haven't. You have to buy it because you're a pleb. Anyway, so we love you guys. You're pretty great. You're pretty all right. You're pretty double plus.
I'm gonna go circumcise a bull now.
Oh my God! What are you even doing?
It's
to me?
castrate. They just said the wrong word, right? I'm sure of it. I'm sure this whole thing has been a fucking
I hope not.
terrible copywriting mistake.
Because it's funnier if it isn't. Good night, everybody.
Are we? Oh, we're doing that. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Is there
wait.
a certain good night routine you got to do here?
Go subscribe to Poisoning the fucking Well.
Nobody else does. Be
honestly,
unique.
Yeah,
Be unique.
honestly,
Wait.
the very fact that Poisoning the Well doesn't have more subscribers than I do genuinely, honestly astounds me at this
Well,
point.
you know what? That doesn't.
Friended has more.
Okay, that is.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Oh boy.